Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising, Happy New Day to each and every one of you guys, man. Y'all already know I'm already fired up, right? I'm already fired up and I'm already ready to go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to drink my water while y'all coming into the room. Come on in the room. Hey, hey. Come on in the room. Yeah, come on. Jesus is my doctor and he writes out all of my scriptures in the room. Come on in this room. Come on in this room. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If Jesus is your doctor this morning, he writing out all your prescriptions, then come on in the room. You love that something there? Listen, that's my jam, friend. I get that from my grandmama. I told y'all that's the song that my grandmama used to hum all the time. Y'all can tell whenever I'm singing it, I'm almost humming it, right? Thank you so much, Bougie Wretched. I appreciate that first badge of the morning. Appreciate y'all. Can we get 5 more badges on the gram real quick? Double tapping on the screen. Okay, I see y'all. Y'all coming in. Y'all almost at 1,000 already. Let's get to it. Already they hit it. We got 100 over here on the book of many faces. Let me get this before Krista get me. Okay, there we go. Wait a minute, did I do it? Okay, got a pen already. Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising. But yeah, every time I sing that song, I always think about her. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Benny Simpson. Appreciate you so much. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all of my scriptures in the room. She used to sing it just like that, straight through her teeth. And whenever she would do it, she would walk around the kitchen. Y'all, she would be walking around the kitchen and she would just be singing it. And then it's another song. Thank you so much. Was that Melalicious? Melalicious, thank y'all. It's another song that she used to sing, but when she would sing it, it would be so different, right? And it was like, Lord, don't you know? And they would drop their feet. I don't have no friend like you. Did anybody ever heard of that before? And if heaven is not my home, dun, 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 then Lord, what shall I do? The angels are begging in me, Lord, in heaven's open door. And then she would hit it. She'll be like, and I can't feel at home down here in this world anymore. Lord. Y'all mama ever did that? Y'all grandma ever sing that song? Yo, they used to be the jam, man. I'm telling you. We used to be in that house, baby. We used to be in that house jamming. We used to be in that house. Man, listen, my grandmama used to give it up. I'm talking about give it up. And we would be, man, I'm telling you, she used to sing that song, man, and we would be in there and we would just be singing with her, me and my sister. We used to sing those songs, man. That used to be the day right there, man. Going to church, getting up, and you got your little patent leathers on, right? You in there, you got your little patent leathers on. Can't tell us nothing. And then they got that hair press. You get that hair press and get that little ribbon up at the top. Yeah, you already know what's going on. She said, I remember grandma. Oh, I remember mama. In the happiest ways. I remember that song too. That right there. That's Shirley Caesar, right? I definitely remember that one. They used to give it up too. See, back then you had, again, we used to, John P. Key, Hezekiah Walker, and the fellow crusade choir, Yolanda Adams. You know what I'm saying? What was his name? Donnie. Yeah, you had Donnie McClurkin, but it was also the other one, Donald. Not Donnie, but Donald. Donald Lawrence. Y'all remember the Donald Lawrence days? Ooh, it's like them the old school saints. Y'all remember Donald Lawrence? Oh yeah, Fred Hammond. I got to go Google something. I used to love me some Fred. I definitely got to go back. I got to go back and check on my soul says yes. That yes, Lord, yes. My soul says yes. I think I kind of sort of, but I gotta hear all that. Kurt Carr. Yes, I remember, man, listen, I told her, even though your winds blow, I want you to know, you've caused me no alarm, 'cause I'm safe in his arms. I told the storm, that's my jam. That's my jam. I love that one. I love that one, and it's another one. Exodus. I love Exodus, y'all. That one was by Don Quinn. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. She says, I like what you call a man. Y'all know it's by Donna Lawrence, and then it had old girl in it, y'all. This is my Exodus. Y'all remember what I'm talking about? This is my Exodus. And she would get out. Leandria. There you go. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila Davis. Yes, Leandria used to be singing that thing, man. I love that song too. But y'all, good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising, Happy New Day. Yeah, I told you I used to be on that choir, man. I used to be on that choir, and when I was on that choir, man, I was over there singing soprano. Hey sopranos, what's up? I was over there in that soprano section, and we was over there giving it up. Y'all be joy, 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 joy. That was us over there. You know what I'm saying? We was over there. Joy, we were hitting it. I used to be over there in it. That was back when I had rhythm too. I don't have no rhythm like that no more. But back then, we used to be really getting it up. Look at you talking about I was the alto. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, Exodus is a really good song, man. And I'm saying all this to say this morning, get into your worship music. Get into your worship music. This weekend, let's put a focus on, let's turn off all the extra racket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I ain't saying it's no bad music, but let's just get away from it just for the weekend and just see how your day flows when you wake up and you got your worship music on throughout the day when you cooking and cleaning the house and you put on your praise music. It is so much gospel music right now that's out that you can play that music and it has such strong meaning into it that I'm telling you that it will actually change the flow of your day. It'll change the flow of your day. It'll change your whole entire mood, have you dancing around, you know what I'm saying, feeling good and all of that. You know what I'm saying? This weekend, let's just work on decompressing this weekend, relaxing a little bit, you know what I'm saying, getting in alignment, you know what I'm saying, just making sure that we doing what we need to do mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally to keep ourselves balanced, well balanced, to keep ourselves well balanced. Okay, so just put a focus on that because that's what your girl been over here doing. I've been over here making sure that I've been over here locking in. I love me some Shirley Caesar, and yes, I love the Mississippi Mass Choir. I used to love them too, man. So let's just make sure that that's what we doing, right? That's what we doing. So good morning to y'all, Grand Rising to y'all, and listen, this is Walk Word and Worship. This is what we give it up every single day, Tuesday through Friday, with your girl, Street Poet, right? So your girl, Street Poet, and the Chosen Family. We come over here and we get it popping every single Tuesday through Thursday. We start about 8:10 every single morning. Man, listen, it's a good day to have a good day. And guess what? We talking about I'm coming out. That's been our topic all week. Our topic all week has been I'm coming out, right? And the notes that we've been dropping thus far have been off the chain. God has been moving in a mighty, mighty way. And I want you to know on this morning that no matter what it is that you're dealing with, what you're going through right now, no matter what your obstacle that you're facing right now, I want you to know that you're coming out of it, right? You're coming out of it. I know you may look at it and say, well, this is almost impossible and I don't know what I'm going to do and I'm trying to figure figure it out, I want you to pause right there. I want you to stop right there, right? Stop with the I'm trying to figure it out. Some things are not for you to figure out. And you need to put that in your note. That's a note right there for you right there, right? I need for you to know that some things are not for you to figure out. That's why your head is hurting the way your head is hurting. That's why your chest is as heavy as it is. That's why you walking around like looking like how you looking, because you're trying to figure out something that's not for you to figure out. Everything is not for you to figure out. I need you to put that in your note right there. That's worth ink right there. Everything is not for you to figure out. Understand me, some things that you're going to go through in life is just all about you trusting and believing that God is going to do exactly what God is going to do. It's not about you figuring it out. That's the reason why it's the way that it is for you right now, right? You like, I done did everything that I could do, then why you keep trying to do something else? If you've exhausted every single possibility, if you walk that thing all the way around, up and down, inside and out, and you step away from it. Step away from it. Turn that thing loose. God, I surrender that to you. I cast that over to you. I give that to you. Do whatever it is that you see fit. We have to learn to simply surrender. We have to learn that just because we surrender it, just because we give it to God, does not mean that that's inactivity. Understand me? I'm dropping them today. Baby, you surrendering it to God does not mean that you're not doing nothing. That meant that you just did everything. Sometimes y'all think, if friends say, preach, hold up. Yeah, let that sit in your spirit for a minute, friend. You hear me? Listen, sometimes you're thinking that just because you're not doing anything physically, that you're not doing anything. No, sometimes the best thing that you can do for anything is just to simply release that thing to God. Understand me? That's far more than any work that you can do with your physical hands. Understand me? Sometimes you have to just simply surrender it. And if we're going to be real about it, if I got some folks on here that's going to be honest, that is the hardest part of anything, right? Giving it up, letting it go. Understand me? Not doing nothing at all. That's the hardest part right there. Thank you, Michelle. We have to be real about it. Baby, yes, you got some folk right now. They've been holding on to the same thing for 20 years and don't see no change in it. They've been holding on for 30 years and ain't seen no change in it. They like 50 years deep in this. Understand me? And ain't seen no change in it, but just holding on to it, hoping and praying. One day something is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen until you let it go. Nothing is going to move differently until you let it go. Nothing is going to change about that situation until you let it go. As a matter of fact, folk won't change until you let them go. That's if you want to be really real. Things won't, sometimes you got to step all the way out of the way and let that thing fall all the way apart. Sometimes you got to get all the way up out of it so that you can see what it is, what's going on in it. Sometimes you're holding on to the very thing that you need to let go so that you can grow, so that they can grow as well, because y'all are suffocating each other, draining each other, ruining each other. Unaware. You're thinking that holding on is going to fix it. It's not. You're thinking that making excuses to fix it is not. No. That's you feeding your codependency. You do, yeah, okay, well, that's heavy. You wait, it's Friday, I can do this. Listen, that's you feeding your codependency, because y'all done got used to being together, used to talking to each other, used to the relationship, used to the friendship, used to the familyship. Because you done got so used to it, right? Then yet you're feeding your codependency by not walking away, by constantly creating excuses, by saying things like, I need closure. Closure is just an excuse for you not to move on. You don't need no closure. Understand me? That's a lie that you tell yourself when you're not yet ready to go. When you're not ready to move on from that relationship, that friendship, that familyship, or that hurt that you've been dealing with, you start saying stuff like, oh, I just need some closure. And what the closure gonna do? When you get the closure, when they come over there and tell you, this is why I did this to you, this is why I did that to you, how is that gonna change the hurt that you feel? How is that gonna remove any of the pain that you had to go through? How is that gonna put the tears back into your eyes? How is that gonna give you back your sleepless nights? How that's gonna give you back your appetite? All you know now is that they knew why they done what they done, and they done it anyway. Now I'm even more mad. Now I'm even more mad. Come on. You have to be willing to walk away from things. Everything is not for you to figure out. Everything is not for you to figure out. Everything is not for you to be over there trying to, oh, well, maybe if I do this and maybe if I do that. Maybe if you just give it to God. Maybe if you just simply give it to God, when you've done all that you can, when you've done all that you can do, when you done went all the way around it, and let's learn how to simply surrender. Understand me, because the moment that you start surrendering is the moment that you start preparing yourself for your what? For your exit. Understand me, the moment that you start surrendering is the moment that you start preparing yourself for your exit. Thank you so much, Danielle White. Yeah, that's the moment that you start preparing yourself for your exit. And somebody like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm going to walk that. Don't you even worry about it. Don't you worry about it. I got you smothered, covered, and chunked like Waffle House, baby. Understand me. That's the moment that you start preparing yourself for your exit. The moment that you take your hands up off of it and you start seeing that thing for what it really and truly is, that's the moment that you decide that I'm no longer going to operate in this delusional state, in this make-believe state, in this pretend state. I'm going to see this thing for exactly what it is. And when you start to see the truth do what? It makes you free. Understand me, not set, but make. That truth will make you free. The moment that you see it for what it really and truly is, and you accept that this is what it is the moment that you free yourself. And you are what? You walking right on up out of that. I see this now for what it really and truly is. Understand me, I'm not playing with the smoky mirrors no more. I'm not playing like I don't see it. I'm not turning no blind eye to it. I'm not making no excuses for it. This is exactly what it is, and you move on. That's the power of truth. We're talking about coming out. The moment that you're able to see what it is the moment that you're preparing yourself for your exit. The moment that you stop playing with folk and stop playing with things that's going on is the moment that you do what? You prepare yourself for your exit. That truth will make you free in ways that you would not even imagine. Understand me. When you stop looking at people and giving them special treatment based on the titles that they have, understand me, and make sure that your boundaries are fair and consistent all the way across the board. There's no favoritism when it comes down to my boundaries. When I say that this is what I'm doing, and when I say this is how I'm living, if I say this is what my expectation is, when I say this is how I want people to treat me, when I say this is how I want folk to show up in my life, anything that's not in alignment with that, I can show you better than I can tell you how I would get out your face and up out your way, and I would do it expeditiously. Why? Because I'm not playing about me no more. Understand me? Yeah, I'm not playing about me no more. You should have caught me when I didn't know no better. You should have caught me when I didn't care like that. You should have caught me when I was out there and my awareness was not what it is right now today. I'm removing myself and I'm removing anything that's not in alignment with my assignment. And understand me, I'm not going to be out here constantly trying to explain myself, constantly trying to go over this and go over that to try to get folk on board. I need you to understand that I'm in a healing process, and the more that I heal, the more that I become that peaceful savage. The more that I heal, the more that I grow, the more that I am learning how to self-regulate, how to control my emotions, how to control my response to things that sit to disrespect me or to make me feel a certain type of way. Oh, baby, yeah, peaceful savage. I ain't doing no more explaining. I ain't writing you no paragraph. I'm just going to simply write you off. That's I'm talking about real healing. I'm talking about real healing. I'm talking about real healing I'm talking about real healing. Wait a minute, come here. When you become a person that is like, I'm talking about real healing. I'm talking about when you're really working on yourself, when you really inside that word, when you really in that prayer, when you really laying before God, when you really focused in your life, so focused that, understand me, that you ain't swaying. You got them Joshuas on. You got them Joshuas on. When you put them Joshuas on, you're doing what? You're not looking to the left or nor to the right. You are what? Straight ahead, baby. Your eyes is focused on nothing but the mission. You are locked into what it is that God has called you to go do. And when you're operating with that mindset, you become a peaceful savage. You don't entertain folk the way that you used to entertain folk. Understand me? You don't be over there in every conversation trying to make them understand. There's no more paragraphs. There's no more long emails. There's no more 4-page letters. There's no more none of that coming, baby. We simply write you off. We simply excuse ourselves right on up out your life, up out your way. There's no more exchanging of dialogue. There's no more sit-down conversations, no more round tables, no more interventions, none of that. We mosey right on about our business, and we do it in peace. Understand me? We do it right there in peace. We ain't talking to you, and we ain't talking about about you either. Understand me? We're not talking what? We're not talking to you, but we're not talking about you either. We're not over here discussing you in rooms that you're not in. We're not over here bringing up your name. We're not over here discussing your situation. We're not over here breaking down your relationship. None of that. We're not talking to you, but we're also not talking about you. This is how a person that is healing, that is growing, that is evolving, then focus on their own life. Baby, I got things that I'm coming out of in my own life. And in order for me to come out of the things that I'm in my own life, I got to get focused. My life requires my focus. Put it in your notes. My life requires, I see you, Latifah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. My life requires my focus. Everything that I got right now, I need. Understand me. I told y'all back there in August. I said, I hope you needy folks and got y'all stuff together because we are tired. We are good and tired, baby. We done gave all that we gonna give. Understand me. I'm getting real selfful over here. I'm getting real selfful over here. I'm focusing on self. I'm replenishing self. I'm prioritizing self. I'm doing what I need to do for myself. And your irresponsibility is that ain't my responsibility. It's not my job to continuously save you from your consequences. It's not my responsibility to come over there and soften your cushion to make sure that when you fall, because you know that you're going to fall and you are very much aware of what it is that you're doing in your life, baby, yeah, you're going to be held accountable for that. I'm no longer making those type of sacrifices for folk. When you knew full well what you was getting yourself into, then guess what? You're going to have to deal with whatever the consequences that's going to come along with that. And no, I'm not about to be standing out there hooping and hollering about you. No, you wasn't hooping and hollering when you did what you did. Understand me, we have to start holding the people that we love. We have to hold them accountable for what it is that they're doing so that they can grow and they can evolve in their life. If you love them, you got to hold them accountable. If you love them, you got to correct them. If you love them, you got to speak to your sister and your brother and let them know when they are out of order. Why? Because I love you. If I did not love you, I wouldn't correct you. If I did not love you, I would not pull you to the side and put this right here in your ear. If I did not love you, I would watch you put a knot upside your head. If I did not love you, I would watch you throw your whole entire life away. But I love you enough to tell you the truth, even if the truth upsets you. I love you enough to tell you the truth, even if you decide that you're not going to speak to me for the next 2 days. I love you enough to make sure that I say what needs to be said so that you will never sit in your quietness and say nobody ever told me. Hey now, come on. Come on now. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Yeah. I'm removing all excuses from my folk, baby. Yeah, you will never be able to sit there and say, oh, yeah, nobody ever told me that they love me. Nobody ever told me that they were proud of me. Nobody ever told me that I mattered, that I was worthy. I say this to you guys all the time. So even if the people that's around you, that's in your life, if they don't tell you that they love you, I tell you I love you every single day. I tell you that you're seen, that you're heard, that you're valued every single day. I tell you every single day, as long as you got breath in your body, you still have a mission that you have to fulfill. There's a calling, there's an assignment over your life. Understand me. Sometimes the things that you want is not going to come from the people that's around you. Those going to be your biggest haters. So yeah, I want you to know that sometimes the love that you want, the support that you want, the investments that you want, all of that, the acknowledgement that you want, it's not going to come from the folk that you've been over there with, the people that you know, people that you done grew up with, been in the same house with, spent the night with, and all of that. It's not going to come from those folks. Sometimes those folks are your biggest haters. Understand me. That's your biggest haters. So do not set your life up waiting on them to see you, acknowledge you, for them to celebrate you, for them to applaud you, for them to do any of those things. Understand me, because that just might not ever happen. If it happens for you, then whoop-de-doo. But what I'm saying is that's not something that happens on a regular basis. And I don't want folk to be sitting over there in their life. You doing your very best thing in your life. You working it out. You making all of these strides, all of these accomplishments, and you not celebrating yourself because of a hater. Oh, baby, the devil is a lie. You not celebrating you because of a hater. Everybody ain't going to be on board. Everybody's not going to be on board. Everybody's not going to be committed. Everybody's not going to understand it. And everything, and yeah, I want you to understand that sometimes the things that you need, I'm not talking in a materialistic way. Some things that you need, the love, the moral support, all of those things, some of those things are not going to come from the people that you know. It's going to come from complete strangers. It's going to come from people that you didn't even think knew you. Thank you so much, Miss Taylor, for that badge. It's gonna come from people that I didn't even know that you knew me. I didn't even know that you cared enough to even do what you done. Understand me. This is how God works. Yeah, this is how God works. He will supply your every need. You might not get it from this person, but he's gonna put somebody in that place that's gonna give you exactly what it is that you need. And I need for you to be focused. Your life requires your focus. That's the note. Your life requires your focus. I need you to be focused. I need you to be locked in so that you see when God is blessing you, so that you do not fumble the blessing. Understand me. I need you to be focused. I need you to be locked in so that when God is blessing you, when he's opening doors for you, when he's creating ways for you, opportunities for you, when he's sending the yeses to you, that you do not fumble that you do not see that as a blessing because you're so distracted with what other folk got going on and how other folk feel over there. Understand me. That's just like they said when the person was out there in the boat. He out there in the boat in the middle of the ocean, right? And he's like, oh yeah, well, God is going to save me. I trust in God. I believe in God. God is going to save me. He's going to save me. This man believes in God, right? Understand who God is and is trusting that God is going to save him, but he's out of focus still. Well, why do you say that, coach? Because when he sent the plane over there, understand me, and he dropped the rope down, he says, hey, grab this rope. We're going to pull you all the way up. He yells back, nah, I'm not going to grab the rope. God is going to save me, right? Then he sends a big boat over there and he says, hey, I'm going to send out a canoe. Grab the canoe and come on in. We're going to reel you in. Nah, God is going to save me. So he sits out there, right? And then the third time, he sends somebody over there. And this time, this is his old sailor. Got another sailor coming to the side. He's like, hey, jump on the back of here. We're going to pull you all the way in. Nah, God is going to save me. And he sits out there until he deteriorates. Till he's unalive. And then they said, the storyteller says, then when he gets to heaven, he says, God, why didn't you save me? He said, why didn't you save me, man? I'm out there trusting you. I'm out there telling these people that you're going to do this and you're going to do that for me. Well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? What's up with that? I thought we was in alliance. I thought we was cool like that. I thought, you know what I'm saying, we was locked in. What's up with that? I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here screaming your name all out to everybody. And God looks at him and said, I sent you 3. I sent you 3 ways out. Understand me. I sent you, what? 3. Can you imagine? I sent you 3 ways out. I gave you 3 different ways to get out of that water. I sent you 3 different rescue teams out there to get you up out that water. 3 different ways, baby. 3. Understand me. I sent it to you and you turned all of them away. Why? Because you was out of focus. You was expecting it to come the way that you wanted it to come. You was expecting it to be what you wanted it to be. And if it did not show up how you wanted it to show up, if it did not present itself the way you wanted to present itself, then you turned it away. Understand me. This is what happens when we are out of focus. This is why you have to be in focus. This is why you have to be locked in. This is why you have to be in constant communication with the Almighty God, so that when he's giving instructions and guidance, then you know what is for you, so that you won't be rejecting something that God sent to bless you. He sent him 3 different ways to get out of the water. I rescued you 3 times. I sent 3 different folk, and every time I sent somebody, I didn't send them away. You did. So what you saying? You're the reason of your suffering, not me. Somebody said, ouch. Yeah. Sometimes you're going through what you're going through, not because God is not good, but because of you. Because you keep putting yourself in the same situation, even though you know that that's not the situation for you. You keep going back. You keep going over there. You keep trying to make it work. You keep trying to figure out a way to do this and figure out a way to do that. And you keep lying to yourself like, maybe if I love them even more, maybe if I'm more attentive, and maybe if I give them more of my time, maybe if I allow this and I allow that. And the only thing that you're doing is developing coping skills to deal with dysfunctional behavior, toxic behavior, narcissistic behavior, manipulative behavior, controlling behavior. That's the only thing that you're doing. I know that it sounds good when you're processing it inside of your mind, but that's exactly what the enemy is supposed to do. He's supposed to make it sound good. He's supposed to make it sound like something that you should do. Understand me? He's supposed to hype it all the way up, because his job is to deceive you. His job is to bamboozle you, to hoodwink you, to finesse you. His job is to what? To emotionally manipulate you. That's what his job is. So if he tricks you into thinking that you need to do all of this work on you, and you got this wrong with you and that wrong with you, and if you stop doing this and if you stop doing that, then maybe the relationship work, the friendship will work, the job will work, and these people will come around if you change you, and if you don't do this and you don't do that for you, if you get mute and don't talk about how you feel, if you don't be so opinionated and all of that. Yes, the enemy desires to mute you, to close your mouth, understand me, to keep you from speaking up for yourself. This is what he wants to do. So if you be quiet and you don't speak about what you know is that it's wrong, and you don't speak about how you feel and all of these things, then what happened in that situation, right? Everybody else is happy, but you're not happy. Everybody else got joy and they satisfied, but you're not satisfied. Everybody else is walking around and they fulfill, but guess what? You're not fulfilled. The devil is a lie. You got to find somebody else to play that game right there with, baby, because it will not be me. I want you to know that unplaywittable. Understand me. Yes, I don't play with folk and I don't let folk play with me. And that's on that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. That's what the enemy wants. In every environment, you deserve to be seen, heard, valued, respected, and celebrated. In every environment. And if you cannot have that in those environments, then you're in the wrong environment. Period, point blank. I need for you to know that I'm not watering me down, not sugarcoating me. I want you to know that I am not doing that at all. I'm not going to dilute who I am to make you comfortable. I'm not dimming my light. I'm not turning me down. If I can't come in here and take up space, don't invite me. Trust me, I ain't gonna be mad. Sometimes I don't want to be invited. I ain't gonna, don't invite me. Don't invite me, and I'm cool with that. I am so cool on that. Don't feel no pressure at all, because sometimes you get an invite and you're not welcome. Understand me. Sometimes they will invite you to it just to say, well, I invited them. Understand me. Not because you're welcome, because you get there and then you start to feel all out of place. You get there and then you start to wish that you never had came. Understand me. You just invited you so that they would be able to say, oh no, I did not leave them out. But get there, won't say nothing to you. Got you feeling like an outcast. Got everybody staring a hole through you and all of that. No, baby. Yes, don't put yourself out. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to invite me at all, because I'm cool by myself. I have actually fallen in love with being alone. I don't mind being by myself. My peace, I'm talking about my peace is so valuable. I'm so productive over here by myself, so calm over here by myself. I can start and stop the show whenever I get ready, whenever I done missed the part. And if I get to scrolling on my phone, I can hit rewind, and ain't nobody gonna be mad about me hitting rewind. I know how to go eat by myself, go to the movies by myself, take a trip by myself. It ain't much out here that I'm not afraid to do by myself. Don't play. If you in my life, it's because I chose you. If you, friends say, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to tell you, if you in my life, baby, you better take that as something special. Because it ain't, I'm going to tell you, it's not because I need you. If you in my life, it's not because I need you, man. Friends say, oh, what a break. Because it ain't because I need you. If you in my life, it ain't because I need you. It's because I want you to be here. If you're not in my life, it's not going to stop nothing. It's not going to slow up nothing. It's not going to pause nothing in my life. I'm still going to be exactly who I am, whether I'm connected to you or not. Still going to be happy. Still going to have joy. Still gonna have peace. Understand me. Still gonna have a good mind. I'm gonna do everything that I'm doing with you. I'm gonna do those things without you. And this is the reason why I tell you that even in a relationship, you have to have your own identity. You have to know who you are. Understand me. Don't stop doing all the stuff that you was doing before you got in that relationship. Don't stop doing those things, because the moment that you stop doing those things is the moment that you slowly start to lose who you are. You maintain yourself. Maintain your own identity. If I met you and I was going to in certain groups and learning about certain things, I'm going to continue to do so. If you want to be a part, then be a part. But if you don't, then you don't. But you won't stop what it is that I'm doing. I don't care nothing about. And if your face get balled up too many times about what it is that I'm doing, then you ain't going to be here. That's what's going to happen to that, because I'm not letting nothing or nobody separate me from the love of God. And if you see that this right here is what makes me a better person, what keeps me calm, what keeps me sane, what keeps me on the right path, keep me loving myself, pouring into myself. If you see that that's what that does, and you got a problem with that, then baby, you are a hater. Baby, you are the you are the enemy, because why in the world would you have a problem with me doing something that is beneficial to my growth and my development? Why in the world would you have a problem? Why would you have an issue with me praying, with me fasting, with me loving myself, with me prioritizing my relationship with myself and the relationship that I have with the Most High God? Why would that be an issue with you, adversary? Yeah, I got a problem with that. Yeah, you gotta go. gotta go right now. Oh, you gotta get it. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, this is what you'll start to see in people. Friends say, bye, Felicia. Listen, yeah, I'm gonna drink my water. Y'all double tap on my screen. Can we get 5 badges on the ground? Double tapping on the screen. Y'all at 1,602. Y'all ain't playing no games. We almost at 100K. Let's get to 100K on TikTok. Hope y'all grabbing them notes. Cause they just out there. God is going to always have the last laugh. No matter what it is that you're going through, no matter how hard that struggle might be, none of that, I need for you to understand that God is going to always have the last laugh. You are not going to stay in what you're in. You're not going to be in that always. Understand me, the way that you feel in this current moment is not going to be how you're going to always feel. This is a stage of life, not a state of life. Understand me, as long as you got breath in your body, things are going to always be changing, always be growing, always be evolving, right? And if you are not working on yourself the way that you're supposed to be working on yourself, then it's going to be doing the reverse. It's going to be doing it the reverse. If you're working on yourself, then you're going to be always growing, always evolving, right? Always changing and developing. But if you're not working on yourself, you're going to be slowly deteriorating. Understand me. And you will live that life that everybody else in your family, right? When you look at the family and see everybody that chose to stay there, then you will become a product of the stay theirs. That's what you will become. You will become a product of the stay theirs. And if anybody got any other stay theirs, y'all already know them folks be mad as all get out. Them folks always got an attitude for absolutely nothing. They always walking around whining and complaining about anything as if somebody forced them to stay right there where they was. As if somebody came down and said, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. Understand me, you had a divine right of choice just like everybody else. The stay theirs are always unhappy. The stay theirs are always unsatisfied. The stay theirs always got an issue with everybody that's in the family. Understand me, the stay theirs ain't nothing that you can do with them stay theirs, right? Them stay theirs is always going to have some type of issue, some type of complaint about the smallest thing, and they're going to ostracize it and cause a big old fallout with everybody there. Why? Because misery loves company, and because they're miserable in their life. That's right, Lady Shug. Because they're miserable in their life, they want to make sure that everybody else is miserable as well. Everybody can be happy, joy until that individual enters the room. And the moment that they enter the room, then that's like all the aura, all the energy, everything, the whole morale go all the way down. Why? Just good energy drainers. Just good energy drainers. That's what they do. Understand that God is always going to have the last laugh. Step out in faith. Be a risk taker. Be a trailblazer. Do not be afraid to be the first one to do it. And even when you find yourself in situations that may not look like it's going to be the best situation for you, even when you find yourself in situations where you like, I don't know if this is really what I'm supposed to be doing, I need for you to understand that sometimes that's what purpose be looking like. Yeah. Purpose will put you in a dark hour, right? Purpose will put you in a dark hour. That purpose be looking real strange sometimes. Understand me? You like, if I'm operating in purpose, why in the world am I in the situation that I'm in right now? If I'm operating in purpose, why I'm hurting like how I'm hurting right now? If I'm operating in purpose, why is this doing this what it's doing right now? This don't feel like purpose to me. And I want you to understand that that's still purpose, my love. The reason why you be in that dark hour is because God is about to showcase that he is God. He's going to put you in a situation where everybody going to see what he's going to do in your life. When he make that move in your life, it's going to be undeniable. Understand me, your purpose will put you in a dark hour. The reason why it puts you in a dark hour is because God is going to showcase that he is God. That situation is going to display that I am God. Understand me, and that there's nobody or nothing that could have brought them out of that situation but me. It's going to make it so that it's undeniable but God. Couldn't nobody do that but God. Couldn't nobody open that door but God. Couldn't nobody heal their body but God. Couldn't nobody deliver them like that but God. Couldn't nobody restore them like that but God. Couldn't nobody calm their troubled mind like that but God. Couldn't nobody rob them or pull them up out of that depression like that. It was like he went in and just robbed them, just snatched it up out of them. Understand me? Like that. That's God work right there. Understand me? Nobody but God. That your purpose will put you in a dark hour to showcase that God is God. Understand me? This is what he does, right? And then the next note is that sometimes purpose will will have you feeling like you done something wrong. You'll be looking at your life and you'll be like, man, am I doing something? No, you're not doing nothing wrong. Life starts lifing and God starts guiding. And all you got to do is stay focused. All you got to do is stay locked in. All you got to do is be committed. All you have to do is follow the strict instructions and wait on the appointed time. Because when you're in that moment, it's three things that's happening to you. Your preparation, your refinement, and your sharpening is taking place right there in that trial, right there in that tribulation, right there in that dark hour. You are being prepared. You are being refined. You are being sharpened. Understand me? So as you're going through this week, right, and you're going through trials and tribulations and experiencing this dark hour, I want you to flip that mental switch and I want you to see it as, oh baby, I'm being prepared. He's preparing me for something that I cannot handle right now. He's getting me what? He's getting me ready. Understand me? He's preparing me for something that I'm not yet ready for. I can't handle it right now, but he's getting me what? He's getting me ready. By the time I come out of this situation, by the time I'm freed from this relationship, from this divorce, when I walk away from this family, when I cut ties with this job, when I walk away from this friend group, when I walk away from the church, when I walk away from my old self, just know I might not have all my ducks in a row, might not know exactly where I'm going to, might not know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm trusting and I'm believing and I'm following his lead all the way. I'm being prepared, I'm being refined, I'm being sharpened. Preparation, refinement, sharpening. Preparation, refinement, and sharpening. All of these is notes that I gave y'all this week. New note is, don't let nobody count you out, right? I'm about to give you the note in a minute. Don't let nobody be sitting over there speaking nothing negative over your life, trying to tell you, oh yeah, well, it ain't gonna work, and oh, this, I don't know about that, and if I was you, I wouldn't do. You're not me, and I'm not you. Understand me? So the chances that I'm willing to make, you might not be willing to take these chances. The things that I'm willing to do, the lengths that I'm willing to go, you might not be willing to do that. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. What I'm not gonna let you do, look at Tara, say, facts, coach, I'm talking to you today. Understand me? I need for you to know that just because you're too afraid to do it, don't drop your fears and your insecurities on me. Just because you didn't have what it takes to get out there and make it happen in your life, don't come over here trying to talk me out of it. Don't come over here trying to stir up my pot and try to make me question what it is that I'm doing in my own life, because that's exactly how the adversary will work, right? And we talked about that yesterday, because that's the same thing that he did with Jesus. Understand me? Want to make you question God's credibility, want to make you question what it is that you believe about your God. Because if I get you to question what it is that you believe about God, if I get the moment that you open the door and let doubt come in, guess what doubt brings along with it? Stagnation. Understand me? The moment that you allow doubt to tiptoe up in your life, the friend that he brings along, the conjoined twin that he brings along is what? That spirit of stagnation. Understand me? That's what doubt brings every single time. Because if you're unsure about what you got going on, if you're unsure about it, you won't make a move. If you don't know how it's gonna pan out, you won't make a move. You will stand right there looking at it like, I don't know, I want to do it, but, and you'll start creating excuses. And before you know it, that thing that you were called to do, that you was assigned to do, that thing that you were supposed to be out there doing, it never gets done. The enemy robs you of your assignment. He tricks you right up out of your spot. The moment that you allow doubt to slide in, doubt is going to drag stagnation right there with it. Understand me? And before you know it, you're watching your dreams and all your aspirations and everything that you were called to do, you're watching that go down the drain. Why? Because you're not working on it. Because let's be real, we don't serve a God that breaks will. Understand me? Our God is not a will breaking God. So when you decide that you're not going to do it, that you're not going to handle business the way that you're supposed to handle business, he keeps it going. He keeps it going. Yeah, he has the same mindset that Christ had. Remember when Jesus was on his way to that place and they said that they don't want you there. Understand me, they don't want you there. It never said that Jesus went over there and tried to talk them people into accepting him and allowing him to come teach there. The Bible said clear as day, he turned and went a whole nother way. Understand me, he never went out here and tried to force himself on nobody. God is not a will-breaking God, and the son that he sent down here in the flesh is also operating with that same mindset. And we saw that in real real time throughout the scripture, right? We saw that in real time. So when the Bible says that this is what he gives us free will, when the Bible lets us know that he gives us free will, which is our divine right of choice, we see that all right there in the flesh when we're reading concerning Jesus. Because when they did not want him, he did not force himself on them. Understand me, he went right on about his business. They came back to him and said, we went to the place and we tried to get them to prepare a place for you, but they said that they don't want you there. He turned and went a whole nother way. That's it. That's all. When he went to his hometown, and man, be kind, we like this story. He went to his hometown, and because they only saw him as what? They saw him as a carpenter's son, right? They saw him as a carpenter's son. They did not see him as Christ. They did not see him as the Messiah. They did not see him as the Son of Man. They only saw a carpenter's son, right? So if I only see me as a carpenter's son, you're not going to come to me. You're not going to talk to me. You're not going to address me unless you what? Unless you want something fixed on your house. Unless you got something going on with your house, you're not going to say nothing to me, right? You're not going to say nothing to me because you feel like I don't have what you need. But you were right there in the presence of the person who was able to bring you out of whatever it was that you was dealing with. Bring you out of your sickness. Bring you out of what I'm saying, your sickness, your heartache, your pain, whatever it was that you was dealing with. Oh, you was right there with him. How does that feel, knowing that the one that was there, that was able to bring you out, you stood next to but never said a word? Blinded. You sat right next to him and never said a word. Right there, all his love is waiting for you. Just waiting for you. But you never said a word. Never said a word, never, nothing. Just walked past. Says he only done few miracles there. Only performed few miracles there. Why? These people already said in what they believe and what they think. And I'm not here to try to convince anybody. I'm not over here forcing anything on anybody. Understand me. That's it. That's all. If they accept, they accept. And if they don't accept, you have to do what? Dust it up off your feet. And you have to continue on your journey. This is what we have to do every single day. It's going to be some people that's going to accept and understand that this is what it is. And there's going to be some folk that you're going to have to dust up off your feet. And you can't be distracted by it. Understand me. When you get the dusting, you have to dust. When you dusting in your house, you're not concerned with where the dust is going. You just want it up off of your item. Whatever you dusting it off of, you just want it off of there. You're not in your house chasing dust down. I ain't never known nobody to be out there chasing dust down. Understand me? So when you dust them folk up off your feet, when you dust them up out your life, then you let it fall wherever it's going to fall. You let it go wherever it is that you're going to go. When you taking trash out your house, are you running the trash man down to go find out where he taking your trash? No, you are not. When the trash is in the trash bin, you drag the trash can to the side of the road. The trash man come and throw all the trash in there. Honey, you hoping and praying he ain't dropping none of that sour juice out there in your road. Why? Because you don't want to smell it. You don't want to smell that smell when you walking out your house, getting in your car, because you can smell when the trash man done been there. You don't even want that. You ain't chasing down no trash. Understand me? And this is how we have to see in our everyday life. If that's not something that's beneficial to my growth and development, if that's not going to help me accomplish the things that I got to accomplish in my life, then that's trash. Might be treasure to you, but that's trash to me. That serves no purpose over here. Come on. Come on. You have to understand. Yeah. That's trash to you. Next note, because becoming what God wants you to become, sometimes it's going to cost you the best thing that you ever had. Becoming what God wants you to become, that comes with a cost. And sometimes that'll cost you the best thing that you ever had. Becoming what God has called you to become, understand the note now, it'll cost you. And sometimes it costs you the best thing that you ever had. You over there like, man, I don't know about this. Oh yeah, you have to give that up. Because God don't want your trash. You're going to have to give that up because God don't want your trash. It's easy for you to give up something that you really don't want. The real sacrifice is when you give him what you do want. When you're ready to surrender what you really do want. Like, oh my God, are you serious right now? See, it's not a struggle. It's not a struggle at all when you're giving what you don't want. When you don't want it, you don't want it. You're not going to miss that. That's not going to bother you because you don't want it. Understand me, God don't want your trash. He wants the best of you. When you go to him, is that not what you want? When you go to God, you want the best of him. When you go to God and you got your hand out, when you got over there and you got the snot running out your nose, the tears running down your face, and you over there eating the carpet, and you doing all of that, you want his best. Understand me, when you come to him, you hollering and hooping and doing all of that, and you want abundance, and you want overflow, and you want to be endowed, and you want the blessings to rain down on you, and all of that. You ain't wanting his trash. Understand me, you want the best of him. And that's vice versa. When you're in that spiritual contract with God, right? When you're working with somebody, in partnership with somebody, both people are asking the other person, I want the best of you. I want your undivided attention. When it comes down to this project, I want you to do it to the best of your ability. I don't want you dragging your feet. I don't want you taking no shortcuts. I don't want you to try to finesse it or try to bamboozle it, because if you do that, then both of us are going to take the L. If you do that, you can ruin business for the both of us. It's the same way when we're talking about that with God. If you want the best of him, you have to be willing to give him your best as well. Understand me, you want him to prioritize you, but are you prioritizing him as well? Is the relationship reciprocal? We always want what we don't provide. And we have to fix that. Becoming what God wants you to become is going to come with a cost. It's going to cost you, and sometimes it costs you the best that you ever had. You have to turn that loose. You have to walk away from it. And I'm going to tell you one more thing about that. Sometimes it's only the best that you ever had in that season. Sometimes it's only, come here, Kim. Sometimes it's the best that you ever had only in that season, in that stage where you at right now in your life. That's when it was the best that you ever had. But when you're growing and evolving in life, then you start to see, understand me, that thing is not as valuable as you thought that it was. Right, Candace? If you think about it, come here, sit down for a second. Let me talk to you for a minute. Listen, you looking in your life, right? In that stage of your life where you at in that moment, you looking at it and you saying, oh, you know what? I love this. I got to have this. This is going to do this and this is going to do that. And it only works in that season. And then as you're growing and as you're evolving and developing, you look at it and you're like, oh my God, that was so toxic. Oh my God, I cannot believe I was doing that. I cannot believe I was settling for that. Cannot believe I was putting up with that. Cannot believe I was giving somebody that type of control over my life. Can't believe that I was letting somebody talk to me like that. Understand me, but it was cute when you was doing it because you thought, oh yeah, they so loving, they so clingy, and they just want to be around me all the time. And they just want to protect me and all of this. But then as you're growing and you're evolving and you're looking at things for what they really is, baby, this ain't love at all. This right here, this is manipulation. This right here, this is you trying to control me. This right here is you trying to strip me of my identity. This right here is where you're trying to cripple me. You're trying to make me become an individual that is, you know what I'm saying, that's codependent on you, that's always relying on you. You're trying to make it so that I can't make a move without your acceptance or your approval. Understand me, I will not have it. In one season, because you didn't see good. Yeah, you didn't see good. You ain't had 2020. In one season, because you didn't see good, you looked at it and you thought it was so cute. Oh, that's so cute. He's so this. She's so that. Oh, my God. But then the moment you start working on yourself and your development, you realize that ain't cute at all. Baby, I don't like that right there. I don't like that right there. Don't try to control me. Don't try to control me. Don't try to dictate what I do, how I do it, how I move. No. We ain't doing none of that right there. Understand me. I serve a free will God. So if my God is free will, you better know every relationship that I got on this earth gonna be free willed as well. Understand me. God ain't even trying to tell me what to do. And you think you about to? Oh no, I don't think so. That right there, that ain't gonna work like that. Hello, that ain't gonna, God ain't even trying to tell me what to do. Understand me, the only way that he's gonna give me guidance and instructions is when I come to him. When I come to him, when I'm seeking him, that's when, understand me, but until then, he's waiting on me to decide which one is gonna have my ear. And you think I'm gonna let a mere mortal be out here, understand me, trying to tell me what to do, trying to tell me which way to go, and all of this? You can't even lead your own life. You can't even lead your own life. I don't even, yeah, where's your fruit? It's always the one who ain't got no fruit that always want to try to tell you something, though. No, we ain't doing that. Becoming what God wants you to become can sometimes cost you the best thing that you ever had. And you have to be willing to turn that right there loose. Understand me? Because God is not going to withhold no good thing from you. So if they were good for you, then he wouldn't be trying to remove them from you. Understand me? What you say, God is not going to withhold no good thing from you. So if God is removing that individual from you, if he's separating you from that individual, if he's showing you how that individual don't need to be in your life anymore, it's because God already had acknowledged the fact that they ain't good. No matter how much you love them, no matter how long y'all done been together, and it doesn't matter how tight that trauma bond really is, understand me, you're going to have to turn them loose. You're going to have to get up out of there. You're going to have to destroy that relationship before that relationship destroys you. This is going to be a decision that you're going to have to make. How bad do you really want this thing, right? The next thing is we know the price of everything, right? We know the price of everything, but we don't know the worth of anything, right? We know the prices of it, right? But we don't know the worth. I know it, because sometimes we see things with our carnal eye. We see it with, yeah, I see it. I know, yeah. That's the same thing as standing next to Jesus and then not knowing that you're standing next to Jesus. Standing next to Jesus, but don't know that you're standing next to Jesus. I know he has a skill. I know he has a talent because that's the carpenter's son, but you don't know the depths of that thing. Understand me? But you don't know the depths of that thing. And the only way that you get to know the depths of that thing, right, is if you're in alliance, is if you're tapping in. When you tap in, that spirit of discernment, yet again, let's bring it back up. That spirit of discernment does what? It shows you not just what's on it, which is the price, but it shows you what's in it, what's the worth. Understand me, when you're operating with that spirit of discernment, it does what, right? It not only shows you the price, what's on it, but it shows you the worth, what's in it. Understand me, because it's going to cost you. When you're growing and evolving in Christ, it's going to cost you. And the price is going to have to be paid on a regular basis. There's going to be things that you're going to have to separate yourself from on a regular basis. It's going to be things that you're going to have to walk away from, and you're going to have to do it on a regular basis. You have to operate with a level of intentionality inside of your life. You have to want this more than some folks don't want you to have it. When you're looking at your life and you say, hey, look, I see that I'm going through this. I understand that I'm going through that. What's your next step? What's the plan of action? How do you plan on getting out of that situation? It's one thing to identify that I'm dealing with this issue, that I'm dealing with this struggle. It's a whole nother thing to say, I know that I'm bigger than this struggle. I know I'm bigger than this heartache. I know I'm bigger than this pain. I know that I'm bigger than this betrayal. And I know that even though I might be dealing with this right now, that this is not a permanent state for me, that I'm going to come up out of it. Understand me? But that has to be something that you want to do. No matter how many people come to you and try to talk to you and try to tell you, oh, you so worthy of this and you so worthy of that, until you see your own self-worth, you're not going to believe them. No matter how many people come and tell you, oh, you so this and you so that and you so beautiful. If you don't see the beauty within yourself, then guess what? You're not going to believe any of that. We know the price of everything, but the worth of nothing. And the reason why most people don't know the worth of that particular thing is because they're not operating with that spirit of discernment. The spirit of discernment will have somebody, right? Two people standing there together. Use your imagination. Two people standing there together and they're looking at a diamond, right? Fresh out of the ground, looking at a diamond, right? Looking at the diamond. One person sees the diamond and say, oh my God, that's so much money that's going to come out of that. That's going to be so much money. Another person that's looking at it and they look at it and they're thinking about all that it had to go through in order for it to become the diamond, the pressure that it had to be under, the fire, the back and forth, everything that came into it actually making it a diamond. And then what happened? The other person look at him and say, why are you so deep? That's what I'm talking about. That's the difference between the price and the worth. That's the difference between the price and the worth. Yeah, come on. Somebody say, wow, hey, I told you. Hey, that's the difference. One person is looking at it one way. The other person is looking at it this way. Like, wow, this is priceless. All that it went through to get to this right here, all it had to endure to get to this right here. And the only thing that the other person can see is the money value of it. Just the money value of it. Knowing the price, but not knowing the worth. And that's how we view ourselves. And when we view ourselves this way, we sell ourselves short. When we view ourselves this way, we sell ourselves short. We put ourselves on a clearance rack. We put ourselves on a discounted rack. And we go home with people that don't know how to put us together right. Understand me? We go home with people that don't know how to take care of us the right way. Understand me? We find ourselves in relationships with people that we ain't got no business in no relationship with. Friends with people that we ain't got no business being friends with. Understand me? When you have a price but no worth, come on. You have to know who you are. You have to know who you are. You have to know your own self-worth. And when you know your self-worth, add double to that. Add double to that. And keeping in mind your obedience will have folks mad at you. When you're operating out of alignment, I'm talking about real alignment. When you're operating out of real alignment, you have to know that there's going to be some folks in your life that's not going to be pleased with you. When you're operating out of real alignment, there's going to be some folks in their life that's going to always make it difficult for you, always make it hard for you. Understand me? Why? Because you're changing the way that you deal with them. In return, it's also changing the way that they deal with you. The more that you start to hold them accountable, the more that you start to call them out on the stuff that they're doing, the more that you're correcting your own behavior and making sure that you're doing the right thing, the more that it's going to be people around you that's going to be upset with you. My obedience is bothering you. My growth is bothering you. My development is bothering you. And what they're going to do is they're going to be looking for reasons to try to tear you down. They're going to be looking for reasons, understand me, to try to belittle you. They're going to be looking for reasons to come over there to say that you are not who you said that you were. Understand me, this is the job, and you cannot be sidetracked by that. You can't be distracted with that. You can't get pulled out of alignment with that, because that's exactly what the adversary is supposed to do. His job is to accuse you. His job is to make you question you. His job is to instill doubt and fear in you to the point where you destroy yourself, because he doesn't have that type of power. He don't have the power to destroy you. Only thing he can do is trick you into destroying yourself. He cannot destroy you. If the enemy had the power to destroy us, do you think that we will be here? If the enemy really had the power and the authority to destroy us, don't you think that a lot of us would be already destroyed? A lot of us would already be gone. A lot of us wouldn't even be here right now today. You're here right now because he does not have the power and the authority that he's trying to trick you into thinking that he has. Understand me, he cannot destroy you. He cannot destroy you. Let that sit in your spirit. He don't have that type of power. He don't have that type of authority. The only thing he can do is trick you into destroying yourself. If he had that type of power, he wouldn't have had to convince Eve to eat the apple. Understand me, he could have simply told her to eat the apple and she would have ate the apple. But he don't have that type of power. You have to be a willing participant. You have to be a go along with what his plan was. Eve went along with the plan, in return caused hardship on herself. Understand me, he don't have that power. There's no place in your life. Depression can't hold you. Stress can't hold you. Anxiety can't hold you. Manipulation can't hold you. A narcissist cannot hold you. A controlling individual cannot hold you. A job cannot hold you. A family cannot hold you. A relationship cannot hold you. If you want to come out, you can come out, but you got to be willing to come out. If you want out, you have to be willing to come out, and out you will find yourself. Understand me, you can come out of it. You can free yourself from it. You don't have to wait on nobody to turn you loose. You don't have to wait on nobody to walk out on you. You ain't got to wait on nobody to tell you that they don't want you. You don't have to wait on nobody to give you no green light, to give you no go ahead. You can become a leaver in your own life. You ain't always got to be the one getting left. Learn how to leave. You can come out. The door is wide open. And all your stuff is waiting on you. The door is wide open. Understand me. And you are this close to the door. The only thing that's stopping you from walking out this door, this is the door. The only thing that's stopping you from walking out this door is you. This is the door. The door is wide open. I made sure not to put a line to close these lines. The door is wide open. This is you. And the only thing that's stopping you from walking out this door and walking into everything that God got laid up for you is you. It's you. Understand me. You have more power and more authority than what you're giving yourself. Understand me. We read this last night in class. It's like we are the ones that stop ourselves. We are the ones that stagnate ourselves. We're not operating in our full power because of how we see ourselves. This ain't got nothing to do with how somebody else see you. Well, you say, this ain't got nothing to do with how nobody else see you. How they can see you however they want to see you. That ain't going to stop you. Folk going to talk. They going to have something to say, good, bad, or indifferent for the rest of your life. Understand me. Folk will dig ditches for you. They will scrutinize you. They will go outside of their way to try to make a mockery of you and everything in between. But that's not going to stop what God is going to do in your life. The only way that you're going to stop and you're not going to be able to do what you do is if you decide that you're not going to do it. It's based on how you see you. Understand me. This is what we got to get through our heads. Understand? So if we left it up, this is a scripture that I like. It says the first will be last and the last will be first. Those you think will make it. Those you think won't make it will, and the ones you think will make it, they won't. Say the first gonna be last, and those that were last is gonna be first. The ones that you think gonna make it in, oh baby, those gonna be the main ones that ain't going nowhere. Understand me. And I say this all the time. Don't get so holy that you ain't no earthly good. Don't get so holy that you provide this earth with no type of service. You so holy, holy, holy that everything and everybody around you, you so quick to condemn them to hell. You so quick to tell them how they ain't gonna make it to here and they ain't gonna make it to there. And because they are this and because of that, you better be watching how you putting your mouth on folk. Understand me. Because who gave you the power to be a judge? Who told you that it was your job to come out here pointing the finger at other folk and telling other folk what they going to hell for and what they need to be doing and how they need to be doing it? That ain't your job to do. Understand me. That's God's job. That's not your job, because he's already have an appointed time for what he's going to do in each and every one of these people's lives. Understand me. This is why we are to lead in love. This is why we are to teach in love. This is why we are to minister in love and not in judgment. And we've done a whole lot of years of generations on generations of teaching with judgment. Understand me, with teaching with judgment, with ministering with judgment, with bashing and belittling and fire and brimstone with everybody, telling them how they gonna bust hell wide open, not understanding that we're gonna be the first one there, down there busting it wide open. Do you hear what I'm saying? Understand me, God has an appointed time for each and every one of us. The place that you are in life right now, what we learned in boot camp, predetermined, baby. This is predetermined. You are right where you're supposed to be. Your job is to follow God, not follow people. Your job is to follow God, not to follow what's in, not to follow the hype, not to follow who up there and got the most people on their team, got the biggest mega church that's causing the biggest ruckus or the biggest fuss right now. Understand me, that's all hype. Yes, it look good for the internet, but it's God in it. But it's God in it. Because the God that we serve he operates in love. He operates in peace. The God that we serve, even when presented with violence, he did not come violently. That's not what he done. Matter of fact, when he was out there, he said, when they came to capture him, oh man, we back out. I know I'm supposed to be talking about Lazarus. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, we here now. We here now. Because I need you guys to fully understand something. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. That's not the real fight that we're in right now. Understand me. This is spiritual warfare. This right here requires prayer warriors. This right here requires people that fast, people that worship. Understand me. People that are willing to go before God and go before God with a clean heart, a pure heart, a heart that that is overflowing with love. So you have to watch folk that make comments like, oh, you don't want me to go get what I've been going to get, and you don't know that about me because I can come out here and I can do this, this, and this. No. You got that person a little too close to you. You got that, you and that individual, I can tell that you and that individual, y'all still kick it from time to time. I don't want that type of teaching. I don't want that type of covering over my life. I don't need that. I'm good on that. Yeah, it sounds good when you in the world. It sounds good and it sounds relatable when you still teeter-totting in the world. But when you over here in the spiritual realm, when you over here dealing with a real God that handles big business about you, then you understand that the weapon might form, but it's not going to prosper. You understand that I don't have to go outside of my way, to try to protect myself, because I know that God is my protector. I know that he is my provider. I know that he's going to make sure that whatever I need, whatever's going to happen with me, he's going to always cover that. Understand me? So I watch folk that say stuff like this, even with myself. When I catch me saying that, hey, snap it, get that together, because that's not your job anymore. You've already surrendered that. You've already given that part of you up. Understand me? I don't need you playing hopscotch. I don't need you playing with it 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We ain't doing none of that over here. It's either you're going to trust God or you're not going to trust God. Understand me? That's how this right here roll. Because when they came to get Jesus, Jesus told them people, he said, why y'all coming at me so aggressively? Do what he told them. When Judas turned him in, when Judas turned Jesus in, and no folk came in there to get him, he said, why y'all handling me so aggressively? Like I'm some savage or something. If you wanted me, you done seen me out there in the courtyard teaching. I've been doing that for days now. And all you had to do was call for me. Understand, you ain't got to handle me like how you handling me. Peter got upset, right? Peter chopped off the man's ear. Understand me? And even in handcuffs, what did Jesus do? Even in handcuffs, what did Jesus do? Jesus healed the ear. Understand? Right then, right there. Can you imagine what that was like? Can you imagine? Not only did he heal the ear, he healed the ear and corrected Peter right there where he was. He corrected him right there where he was. Don't misrepresent me, Peter. I love you. Understand me? You are my rock and you are where I'm going to build my church. But the enemy, understand that emotional attachment that you have for me, I got loose here. I need you to step up out of that. I don't need you to misrepresent me, because I am a God of love. I represent love. I represent peace. That's what I was sent here for. Understand me? If Jesus was about all of that, then guess what would have happened when he chopped the ear off? The ear would have just laid there on the ground. Understand me? He already knew that he even went into details, right? When he said something to Peter, when he checked Peter about it, he told him, he looked at Peter, he said, wait a minute, do you think that I need you? I need you to, you know what I'm saying, to get out here swinging swords? You think that I need you to get out here and walking around with all these things up on your hip, talking about you trying to protect me, you trying to guide me or guard me? Do you think I need all of that from you? I don't need all of that from you. My Father, if I call him, he will send thousands, understand me, thousands of fighting angels that will come down here and they will defend me. If I called him, he will, that's right, Christina, legions, which is a representation of what? Thousands. He will send thousands, not regular angels. He said fighting angels to defend me. Put your sword up. Put your sword up. That's the best example. That's the best example. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We're not here to destroy each other. We're not here to go against each other. This is about love. This is about unity. Every single time. He checked him right there where he stood. Replaced the ear. Then addressed the folk. Like, y'all seen me. Y'all seen what I do. You ain't got to even come up in here like how you came up in here. Period, point blank. Those that you think is going to make it will be the main ones that won't. And the ones that you think that won't make it because they're not living up to the narrative that you've painted that a believer is supposed to be, because they're not walking like how you want them to walk, talking like how you want them to talk, living, you know what I'm saying, what you deem to be the normal way of living, because they're not fitting your standards and they're not doing what you want them to do, how you want them to do it, then you automatically assume, they going to hell. You better watch that. You better watch that right there, because it says those that you think won't make it is going to be the ones that will make it. They'll be around there dancing around the streets of gold. They'll be up there with no care, with no worry. Understand me? And all the ones that was here that had so much to say about everybody else, now you down there hollering in the fire. Keep your mouth off folk. Understand me? Because when we think about it, right? Because we can go deeper than that. We can go to Peter, right? When they put Peter in the jail, when they put Peter in that prison, right? I'm talking about coming out. I'm talking about coming out. Understand me? And that was an example of how Jesus came out. Jesus came out of that situation. Yeah, I'm in here. And guess what I'm doing? I'm eating with the same one that's betraying me. I know that he's about to betray me. And when he betrayed me when he kissed me. Understand me? Something so gentle. Then gave me a forehead kiss. And with that forehead kiss, understand, exposed who I was to these people. Oh, I'm coming out of this. I'm coming out of this state, and then I'm going into the next state. Because if that never happened, then I would have never went to the cross. Understand me? So what he thought that he was doing, that he thought was going to be the wrong thing, God had another intention. It was two intentions that was going into place. Let me just finish that so y'all can understand exactly why I put that story right there where it was. I didn't put it. That just came. I was about to tell y'all about Lazarus, but now we over here and we're going to talk about Peter, and we're going to talk about Jesus real quick, because had that not happened right there, then I never would have went to the cross. Understand me? So I'm showing you how that story showed us how we came out. We are able to live right now today with grace and mercy because he went to the cross. Him going to the cross is what provided redemption for each and every one of us. So now we too have the same ability to be able to come out. There was two intentions that went into place. Judas, your intention, understand me, was to expose me. Your intention, right, was to get the shackles of silver that you wanted, right? That's what you wanted. You got your silver. You got exactly what you wanted, but that did not change what God's intention was. His intention was for me to be exposed, for me to go to the cross, for me to experience the crucifixion, for me to provide redemption for everybody. Jesus was used the same way that Joseph was used. But Jesus was betrayed by his disciple. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers. But they both had to endure it. And they had to endure what they had to endure to provide for everybody. Joseph said this is to save many lives. Jesus did it to make sure that he saved many lives. We are able to come out because of the sacrifice that he made. We're able to experience salvation because of the sacrifice that he made, because of what he done. And you mean to tell me after somebody done all of that for you to make sure that you can live life and live it abundantly, that you're going to take it for granted? Okay. All right. We're going to Lazarus. All right. Yeah. I just need you to know, yeah, you got to let that sit a minute. You got to let that sit a minute. Let it sit for a second. Let's understand that. Let's understand that really. Everything that he's doing to provide us with a way out. Everything that he's doing this to provide us with a way out, right? Well, what you mean? He provided us with a way out when he went to the cross. But he provided Peter, even in his disobedience. He still provided Peter with a way out. Why you say that, Coach? Because didn't he reconnect the ear? He reconnected the ear, so there was no charge to Peter. Understand me? He reconnected the ear, so there was no charge to Peter. You can go and look at the scripture. There was no charge to Peter. Understand me? Even though Peter did what he done, and he had no business doing what he done, God still showed him grace. Understand me? He reconnected the ear. He put it back in place so that Peter could actually come out, and Peter was able to come out. If we gonna be real about it, let's just be all the way real about it. He still showed grace. He still showed mercy. He still provided Peter with what? A way out. So now we do know that even in the times when we're disobedient, God still provides for us. Even in a time when we don't move exactly how he wants us to move, he still provides grace and he still provides mercy for us. Peter was still able to come out. So why are you so hard on yourself? Why are you always bashing yourself, belittling yourself, counting yourself out? And God is saying that that's not me. I'm standing here and I got my arms wide open. I'm standing here and you're more than welcome to come home. I'm standing here and I want you, understand me, I want you to cast your cares. I want you to cast your fears. I want you to cast your insecurities. I want you to cast your doubts. I want you to cast anything that is heavy, any burdens that's heavy on you. I'm willing to take those things, gladly take those things from you. Understand me, this is the love that he's displaying to us on a regular basis. That right there don't sound like fire and brimstone to me. He says, I will take the sin and I will throw it into the sea of forgetfulness. Understand me, never to return again. That does not seem like fire and brimstone to me. That does not seem like somebody that don't want you to come out to me, that don't want to see you restored, that don't want to see you delivered, that don't want to see you surviving in life. That's the total opposite of that. Understand me, God is love. And he's begging to love us. It's like, you want that? I got that for you. But you got to seek ye first the kingdom. You got to seek me first. You want that? I got that for you. Thank you, Erica. But you got to seek me first. You got to seek me first. And all of the rest of that's going to be added. All that's going to come. All the stuff that you're talking about, oh, that's nothing to me. I can give that to you just like that. I can provide that for you just like that. Don't worry about it. He's acting, God be acting just like our mama them. Understand, he acts just like our mama them. When they go to the grocery store and they fill up that pantry and they put all them snacks and whatnot in that pantry and they look at you and all of a sudden you in that pantry and you pulling out 5 Debbie cakes because you got 4 little friends out there on the porch and they looking at you like, why is you taking my Debbie cakes out there to get to your little friends? Understand me, I don't get paid again until next week, and them snacks got to last you. Understand me, you giving stuff to people that ain't seeking. These people ain't in this house. These people, and what your mama is saying, these people is not a part of this house. I bought those snacks for you. Understand me, those snacks right there, those snacks is for you. I didn't buy that stuff for the folks that's out there, and that's how God be acting. He like, no, I supply for those that seek me. I give overflow for those that seek me. I got abundance for those that seek me. Understand me, and I can't give you what it is that you want from me, because if I give it to you, you would give it to somebody that ain't got no business having it. Understand me, I want to give it to you. I want to bless you. I want to reign in your life, but I can't reign how I want to reign inside of your life because of who you connected to. Understand me, because if I give it to you, they're going to misuse it. They're going to fumble it. They're going to take advantage of it. So I have to wait until you separate yourself from them and fully seek me, and then I'll start reigning in your life. And that's the reason why when you cut ties with them, you start to see things happen for you. As soon as you walk away from them, you start to experience joy. You start to experience peace. You start to experience overflow. And you're looking at your life and saying, I've been trying this for years and it ain't never worked. And all of a sudden, now it's working for me. Yeah, because you ain't with them no more. Yeah, because you ain't with them no more. You have to be willing to cut ties with the old you, with the old environment. You have to get really connected. We're going to John chapter 11. I'm going to start at 34. John chapter 11. Yeah, come on. Yeah, that's good stuff. Double tapping on the screen. Y'all almost at 200K. Y'all at 162.4. Double tap on the screen. Go ahead and get us to 200K. Book of Many Faces. Y'all done passed y'all goal by 532. Can we get 6 badges? Can we get 6 badges on the gram? On the gram, can we get 6 badges over there? Let's get some love going. Double tapping on the screen, man. If it's tight but it's right, but you getting exactly what you need. What's going on, Rashida? How you doing? If it's tight but it's right, but you getting exactly what you need today. If you like, man, listen, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear all of that. That right there, that right there, that was for me right there. Needed the confirmation. I needed the reminder. Understand me? I needed a confirmation. I needed a reminder. I needed the correction in my life, because sometimes that be me. I get to acting just like Peter, and I'm swinging my sword and I'm taking off ears. I am. Let's just be real. And I need to correct my behavior. Sometimes I got to catch myself, because as soon as somebody say something or do something that's out of order, order, then the first thing I want to do is talk about what I will do. And I need to stop doing that, because that's not the person that I am anymore. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to misrepresent him. Understand me? I walk away from stuff now because I let him fight my battles. I don't interact on that level no more because I allow him to do that for me. You're not going to catch me with no paragraphs, no emails. You're not going to catch me going back and forth, giving nobody my type of energy like that anymore, because I'm a brand new individual. And when I'm brand new, I need to operate like a person that is brand new. I needed that reminder. Come on, double tapping on that screen. Where we at? Let's get to it right now. It says, and he said, when he said, where have you laid him? They say to him, Lord, come see. And he said, where have you laid him? They said, Lord, come see. 35, Jesus wept. He cried. He's having an emotional experience. And I wanted to start back right there because I wanted you guys to understand that, yes, some losses that you're going to take in life, especially when you're losing people that you love, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have those emotional experiences, but you cannot allow those emotions to consume you. Understand me. Feel what you feel. Do not deny the emotions. Go through every single thing. And once you went through it, you let that thing go and you move forward in your life. Because what will happen if you don't? Those things will eat you up. I want you to know it. Grief will take you down through there. Grief will send you into full-blown depression. Grief will have you out here feeling like you want to give up on life. I want you to know that. That's how powerful it really and truly is. And you don't get to control when it happens. You can be having the best day ever, and then all of a sudden that thought will come to your mind. And when that thought come to your mind, you automatically over there in tears. Grief shows up in the most unexpected times in your life. And if you're not a person that knows how to self-regulate, how to shut down that internal dialogue, if you're not the person that knows how to pull yourself out of that, that thing will really take you down through there. And everybody's looking, trying to figure out what just happened. They were so happy just a minute ago. This is why it's important for you to have that balance. Even Jesus wept. If you got to cry, cry. Whatever emotions that you got to go through all of your emotions, and don't lie about what it is that you feel. I want to say that one more time for the folks in the balcony. A lot of times you're not healing the way that you need to heal because you're pretending not to be hurt. You're pretending not to be bothered. You're pretending not to be offended, and you can't heal what it is that you're hiding. If you mad about it, say I'm mad about it. If you pissed off, say I'm pissed off about that. If that hurt your feelings, say no, that hurt my feelings. I was offended by that. I don't like that you said that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that happened that way. Be honest about how you feel. And because I'm going to tell you one thing. What did I tell you about that truth? That truth will make you free. That truth will make you free. Sure enough, when you're honest about that broke my heart, when you're honest about that hurt my feelings, when you're honest about I feel betrayed, when you're honest about I feel disappointed about that, then you know how to handle what it is that you're dealing with because you're honest about it. You're not sweeping it up under the rug. You're not pretending that it's not what you know that it is. When you know something is hot, then you know how to handle what is hot. So you go and get a mitten because I know that it's hot. I know how to protect myself from that. When you know that it's cold, you go and get a glove because I know that it's cold. So I don't want to put it in my hand knowing that it's cold, right? So you go get the oven mitten when it's hot. You go get the house mitten when you know that it's cold. So you can do what? Protect yourself. So when you know what you're dealing with, you know how to protect yourself. This is why it's being honest, being transparent, being open about what you feel. This is how you're able to heal it. But if you're pretending that it's not hot and you're holding it, ain't no need you wondering why you got third-degree burns. If it's hot, you know it's hot, we know it's hot, and you still holding it, pretending that it's hot, not hot, and we hearing your skin sizzle. Come on now. You talking about, oh, it ain't cold. It ain't cold like that. I can hold it. And your whole hand is numb. Come on now. Be honest about what you feel. Deal with what you feel so that you can move on in life the way that you need to. The longer that you hide it, the longer that you deny it, the longer that you're prolonging your healing. The longer that you hide it, the longer that you deny it, the longer that you're prolonging your healing. Your healing don't start until you start being honest about what it is that you're dealing with. The longer that you pretend not to be hurt by it, not to be offended by it, the longer that you pretend, the longer that you prolong your healing. Be real so your healing can start. Be open, be honest, be transparent so your healing can start. You owe that to yourself. Nah, that's how I feel about it. And I don't care how nobody else feel about it. I'm speaking for me. This is how I felt about it. Because how you feel and how they feel might not be the same. What you're going through with it and what they're going through with it, it might not be the same. But just because it's not the same does not make you wrong. Just because how they feel about it and how you feel about it don't match up, don't mean that yours is wrong. Understand me. Everybody get different versions. Yeah, it's going to be filtered through your own experience. They may have not had the experience that you had, so they're not triggered by it, but you are. Understand me. Everything that you experience, whether it's conversation or actions, is always going to be filtered through your own experiences, your own personal experiences, things that you've gone through. So what offends me might not offend Tifa. What offends Tifa might not offend Rambo. Understand me? They because we've all had different experiences. I might be triggered by it. She's not triggered by it. She actually enjoys it. She thinks that it's funny, right? She might not think that it's funny. She might get upset and she ready to pull a Peter over here. Why? Because our own personal experiences. Everything that you go through is going to be filtered through your own personal experiences. And just because it's not a big deal to somebody else does not mean that it's not a big deal to you. If it's a big deal to you, then you stand on the fact that it's a big deal to me. Don't try to trivialize what I tell you is a big deal to me. If I say that I'm hurt by it, don't try to make me feel like I'm wrong because I said I'm hurt by it. If I said I'm offended by it, don't come over here trying to make me feel like I'm wrong for telling you that I feel offended by it. I'm not, because now I'm really going to be mad. Yeah, I don't play that. Don't try to tell me how I feel. Don't try to tell me how I feel. I know exactly how I feel, and I know why I feel that way. I'm going to tell you, yes, Miss Lisa, I tell them in a minute. I know exactly what I feel, and I know exactly why I feel that way. Understand me. I know what I feel, and I know exactly why I feel that way, and I'm not finna let you play with me. I'm not finna let you play with me. Not at all. Not on no day. Not on no day. Double tapping on that screen. Go ahead and send some love, man. Send some love. All three platforms. If you getting what you need, send some love real quick. And it says, so the Jews were saying, so the Jews were saying, look how he was loving him. Look how he was loving him. Look how he was loving him. Put that highlighter on that. Look how he was loving him. And then they got an exclamation mark at the end of it. The moment that they see that he's crying, that he's weeping, they see the love now all over Jesus that he actually had for Lazarus. Because remember, I told you, Jesus loved Lazarus. He loves Lazarus, Martha, and Mary. He was close to all three of them. And not only was he a friend of Jesus, right? He was also friends with the disciples as well. So they had a relationship. And they're looking at the fact that, wait a minute, look how much he loved him. He loved him like this, but he wasn't here at this time. Assignment, appointed time. He had to do what he had to do first. He had to do what he had to do first, right? Your purpose will put you in a dark hour. Your purpose will put you in a place where it look like it's one thing, but it's really something else, right? It'll look like one thing, but it's really something else. I know it might have looked like I didn't care because I wasn't here when you came to get me. I know it might look like I didn't care because I didn't stop doing what I was doing. Martha to run and over here to do this. I know it might have looked like I didn't care, but there was an assignment. There was an assignment that I was already on. There was a project that I was already working on. There was a mission that I was already fulfilling. But that does not mean because I wasn't here when y'all was here that I cared less or that I loved them any less or that I was less connected to them. Now we're seeing this, right? So now they said, look at how he loved them, right? Look at how much he loved them. He's over here and he's weeping. And now, see, that's what I'm telling you. You can't base everything on your perception. You can't base everything on how something looks. You never know what another person is thinking or what another person is feeling. You don't know that. You only know how you feel. This is why you can't tell folk how they feel about certain things or what they should do about certain things, because you are you and they are them. Understand that. And it says, some of them said, was not this the one having opened the eyes of the blind one and able to cause that this one should not, wait a minute. And some of them said, was not this one the one having opening the eyes of the blind one able to cause this one also should be unalive? So in other words, they asking right here in the 37th verse, right? Y'all see how they said in 36, look at how he loved them because of the way that he's crying. But then in 37, they said, wait a minute, ain't this the same one that gave sight to the blind? I'm going to put it in 2025 because they got too many and thous and all of that. That's a tongue twister they got going on there. So I'm going to put it in 2025 for you. So in other words, they're saying in 37, they said, ain't this the same one that gave sight to the blind? This is the same one that gave sight to the blind. Y'all remember him? That one that could not see? They made sure that he's the one that made sure that man's eyes was open. So if he was able to open the eyes of a blinded man and give him his sight, if he was able to do that, then surely he could have prevented this one from being unalive. Because y'all notice how y'all notice he got the question mark right there. It said that this one should not unalive. In other words, he's saying if this one has this power, then he also have the power to make sure that he's living and that he's well. Something about this ain't right, because in one moment we tell you that he's sick and you don't come and you continue to do what you do. But then when you get over here, now you're over here and you weeping like how you weeping. And then now everybody around you is questioning, understanding. And that goes back to your note that I gave y'all, right? When I said that sometimes your purpose will it'll look like you don't know what you're doing. Your purpose will have you out there and then have folk looking at you like you crazy. Like what in the world you got going on? Because this right here, this ain't adding up. This ain't matching up together. And this is why you can't base things off of what you see. So this is what they're saying to him in 37. Jesus calls Lazarus from the tomb. Many believed in him. In verse 38, then Jesus again, being deeply moved in himself, comes to the tomb. Now it was a cave and a stone was laying upon it. Now in verse 38, then Jesus again, being deeply moved in himself, comes to the tomb. Now it's a cave. I want y'all to fully envision this. This is a whole cave that Lazarus is in the inside of. That's right, Christina. Very much deceiving. Lazarus is lying in the inside of a cave, right? Lazarus is laying in the inside of a cave, and not only is it in a cave, they didn't roll the stone in front of it. They didn't put a big old stone in front of it. In other words, this was finished. In other words, what I'm telling you is this was finished. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. But I want everybody to sit down, and then I want you to stand up if you know that God has the final say. When you know that God has the final say, when just put the worship hands in the chat. But guess who has the final say? Even when it looks like it's finished, when it looks like it's done, baby, it ain't even done until God says that it's done. It's not over until God says it's over. It's not finished until God says that it's finished. Put the worship hands in the chat. Sometimes you at that place in your life and you feel like, oh, it's over for me. I don't know how I'm going to come back from this. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. This right here is so far gone. And God is looking at you saying, listen, I want you to keep in the front part of your mind that Lazarus was all the way inside of the cave. Don't you remember? He was all the way inside of the cave. And not only was he in the cave, they had already rolled the big old stone. They rolled the stone over there in place in front of it. It was finished. It was done. He had been in there for 4 days. Do you hear me? 4 days. This is what was going on. Everybody then came and they didn't cry and they didn't went home. And now some folk that went back to work, some folk that went back to their final destination musicians doing what they was doing. This is all over with, but it ain't finished until God says that it's finished. Understand me, when they put it out there like that, when they wrote it like that, that thing just hit me differently. It hit me differently when I read it, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to tell them tomorrow. Understand me, because why would they say now it's a cave, Lily, if they didn't want me to describe to you that it was now a cave? Why would they say that the stone was laying upon it if they didn't want me to break it down, that laying the stone was on it was the finished part of the funeral? They wanted me to tell you that. They wanted me to give you that confirmation that sometimes it looked like it's done, but it ain't done. Sometimes it looked like it's ready, and it really and truly ain't ready. Understand me. That's why, when you put the cake in the oven and you pour the cake out of the oven, even though the house smelled like chocolate cake all over the house, even though it's been raised all the way up, even though it looked like it's all the way finished, you got to do what? You still got to get a toothpick, and you got to take the toothpick and you got to stick it down in the cake, because what looks are deceiving. It might look like it's done, but until you test it a little bit, understand me, you won't know for sure. And look done. Crystal Love, what we say? I got to see. And look done. Hey, I got to see. Yeah, I got to see. Hold on a minute. I got to see, though. It looked like it might be finished, but I got to see. You know what I'm saying? I got to see. Just give me a second. I got to see. So now, when I look over here and I see this, right? I see that he says, okay, wait a minute. Let me get in there. It's laying upon it. 39 says, Jesus says, take away the stone. Hey, Jesus says, take away the stone. Martha, the sister of the one having come to an end, says to Jesus, Lord. Oh, don't y'all, Rashad, don't do it. Lord, he already stinks. For it is the fourth day. Come here. Hey, this is sister. This is sister. Hey, now. Jesus says to them, take away the stone. Martha, the sister of the one having come to the end, says to him, Lord, he already stinks. He already stinks. For this is the fourth day. What you mean? She's telling him that, baby, he's already then started to smell. Understand me. He done been in here already, and if we roll back this stone, then you know the smell of the unalive is gonna fill this place. Like, let's not do that. Let's not move this stone. Let's not go this far with it. You've already missed your moment. If you really cared, then you would have already been here. You would have got here before this was actually the outcome of it. I need for you to know that he stinks already. You feel what I'm saying, Crystal? In other words, this is Martha again. This is Martha carrying on like how Martha be carrying on. You know, she already got me mad one time when her and Mary was in the house, but that's a whole nother story. Martha be really ticking me off, y'all. She really does. Understand me? So now Martha is over here and she's saying, oh, no, Lord, okay, listen, you have to drag it out like how she had to have said it. Lord, like if you really cared when I came and found you, then you would have came right then and there. But because remember, she's already reminded him already that had you been here, then this right here would have never happened. Had you been here, we would have never even gotten to this point. But now he's been in here for 4 days, and his sister says he stank. He stank. In other words, let's not do this. He stinks. Let's not do this. Some folk will look at your life. Oh, come here. Some folk will look at your life and they'll look at your life and they'll see that your life is not in its best place right now, Kira. And they'll have the audacity to say that your life stank. Your life stank. I'm the same. They so far gone, you might as well leave them. They life stank. Yeah, they done did so much now. They done made so many bad decisions in their life. You might as well leave them out there. Just let them ride out there where they at. They done already counted you out, already done discredited you, done already said that it'll never be this and it'll never be that. They done made up their mind that this is who you are, what you are, and that you're never coming back from it. And the sad truth of it is this right here. Sometimes it's the same ones that you share blood with. This is his sister. Understand me. Let the Lord give me the opportunity. I lost my sister and my brother. Understand me. Let the Lord stand next to me, and me knowing that he's the one, as they've already stated in the scripture above this, that gave sight to the blind. Let him ask me, hey, remove the stone. First of all, when we were walking up under, I'm already telling them move the stone out the way. Understand me? Go ahead. If that, yeah, can y'all pick them up? Pick them up and bring whatever is left of them. Bring them on out here. Because whatever it is that he's going to do, this is what he's going to do with no hesitation. I want you to understand, my sister or my brother, if I know that there's an opportunity, if there's a way for me to bring you back, you think that I'm not going to be on it? You think that I'm not going to be on the way? I need for you to know that I am. When I went out to California, I was out there and supposed to only been out there for 2 days. I was out there for a whole week. Why? Because I'm not getting back on a plane until you give me what is remaining of my sister. Understand me? I flew back with my sister in a black box on my lap. Do you hear me? From California all the way back to South Carolina. Why? Because I'm not leaving without him. And if there's a way that my brother can get up out of this grave, if there's a way that he can be back on his feet, then you better know it. I'm not finna stand there and say, Lord, and he stinks and it's been 4 days. That's why you gotta watch. Hey, sit down, Rashad. Sit down. You're going to make me go with you. Hey. That's why you got to watch who covering you. Understand me? You get so caught up in the blood and the family and all of that, and they be the main ones. They be the main ones, because if it was left up to Martha, the stone would have never came from in front of it. If it was left up to Martha, understand me, then this right here, if it was left up to Martha, then he would not even came out the grave. If it was left up to Martha, I thank God that my life is not based on what these folks think. Literally, I thank God that my life ain't set up based on what these folks think and what these folks feel. I thank God that he's able to make executive decisions in my life. Understand me? Don't ever let these jokers out here, these mere mortals, make a decision like that. That don't make no sense. That's your brother. Somebody tell Martha, this your brother. This your brother. The one you've been grieving, that's your brother. You ever looked at somebody that hurt you so bad and you like, but I'm your sister. Wait a minute, how you gonna do something like that to your sister? How you gonna do something like that to your daughter? How you gonna do something like that to your niece, your nephew? Wait a minute, we share blood, we family. Why would you treat me that way? You know how that feel? Do you know how that feel? That thing gonna rip something out of you that'll never be replaced. You like, come here. It was a way for you to save me and you wasn't going to do it. Because you was concerned about the aroma. It was a way to bring me back and you weren't going to do it because you talking about what the smell looked like. You worried about the amount of days. Thank you so much, Brittany Beauty, for the CA this morning. Thank you. You worried about the aroma. You worried about the amount of days. You worried about the wrong things, ain't it? You focused on the wrong things, ain't it? Hold on. Hold your nose and put your watch away. Let him work. How the young folks say, baby, let him cook. Let him cook. Whatever it is that he about to do for me, if he can bring me out this cave, let him cook. Understand me? Jesus says, take the stone away. Martha, the sister of the one having come to an end, says, Lord, he already stinks, for this is the 4th day. Jesus says to her, did I not say to you, if you believe, you will see the glory of the Lord? Come here. Yeah. Let me walk, because I get like Rashad, and I'll take off too. Wait, yeah. What? He says, did I not say? Come here. Yeah. Did I not say? Did I not say, Tasha? Did I not say, LaShonda? Come here. Y'all see, y'all gotta act right. Did I not say? Because we have to finish Lazarus. Did I not say? Understand that if you believe, then you're going to see the glory of the Lord. Because keep in mind, in a couple of scriptures up, he already asked her this about whether she believed or not. And she said, yes, that she did believe. So how did you believe a couple of scriptures up? And now that this time has come, I'm having to ask you that same thing again. Because I said to you a couple of scriptures scriptures up, right, Cook? I said a couple of scriptures up that if you believe, then you're going to see the glory. And guess what? That's exactly what you about to see today. You about to see the glory of the Lord right now today. What you say? I'm coming out. I want you to know that I'm coming out. I know you thought that I was going to sleep in this cave of depression, but I'm coming out. I know you thought that I was going to sleep in this cave over here of stress and anxiety, but I'm coming out. I know that you thought that I was going to spend my last moments over here in grief, consumed by hurt and consumed by pain, but I'm coming out. I know that you thought that the sickness, I was going to sleep in the cave of the sickness, but guess what? I'm coming out. I'm coming out. This is my exit. Understand me. I got to come up out of this. I know that you thought for 1 second, I know that you were sitting over there laughing it up, enjoying your time and thinking that this was going to be the end of me, the end of everything that was happening, but I'm getting ready to do what? I'm coming out. I'm coming all the way out. Not a little bit, all the way. I'm coming all the way out, baby. You about to see the glory of the Lord. That's what he said. I had to turn the treadmill off. I got to turn this thing off. Hold on. Yeah. He said, did not I not say to you that if you believe, you will see the glory of the Lord? Did I not say that to you? Did I not say that to you? Okay. So in other words, what I'm telling you right now is showtime. Hey, strap up your boots. Yeah. Grab your backpack. What? Hey, it's time to ride. Yo, if I had a live band, it's time to ride. If I had a live band, that's why I'd be cueing the men right here. I'd be cueing the men right here. If I had a live band, we'll be cueing the men right here. This is how I know Restoration Tour 2.0 2026. This is how I know it's gonna go crazy. When that's the cue right there. That's the cue right there. We messing up the building right there. That's the cue right there. In other words, what's happening in that moment is Jesus is telling Martha, baby, it's showtime. It's the appointed time. Right when it's supposed to happen, it's about to happen. This right here was predetermined. I'm about to show you the glory of the Lord. I'm about to show you exactly what it is that I'm able to do. Hold tight real quick, right? So then he goes in 41. So they took away the stone, and Jesus lifted his eyes towards upward and said, Father, I thank you that you hear me. What? Reverence. Somebody put in my chat, reverence. Yeah, reverence. He looked upward and he says, thank you, Father, for you hear me. Understand me. He said, you hear me. Reverence. Understand me. There's a difference. Yeah. He says, so they took away the stone, and Jesus lifted his eyes upward and said, Father, I thank you, for you heard me. In other words, he's saying, I know that you already know what I'm here for. I know you already know what's about to go on. I know that you already know that it's it's showtime, and I'm ready. Just like Elisha was ready. I'm ready like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I'm ready like Daniel was ready. I'm ready like Peter out there being shipwrecked ready. I am ready already. I'm ready like Elisha being fed by the raven ready. I'm ready like how you was raining down manna ready. I'm ready like how you made the rock cry out ready. I'm ready how you parted the Red Sea ready. I'm ready how you sent all those plagues to come up against everybody that was after me. I'm that kind of ready. I'm that ready. Oh yes, I want you to know I'm that type of ready. I am suited and I'm booted. I'm full of armor. I am ready right now. I need for you to know that I'm ready like the lady pushing through the crowd. Hear me when I say, excuse me. And I know I ain't got no business out here because I know I got an issue of blood and I know that I've been blackballed from everybody. Excuse me. I'm that level of ready. However, we got to go about it. That's the type of ready that I am in this moment. He says, Lord, I know that you heard me. Are you coming out? Are you coming out? Come on. Come on tap this walking pad. You ain't got one. Hold on. Hey, y'all give us a second. Give us two. Give us a second. Yeah. You got to give a minute. Some folk coming out. They coming out. You got to give them a minute. Give them a minute. Give them a minute. I'm going to get to the next verse. Give them a minute. Give them a minute. Yeah, because see, you have to understand that you don't know what folk been in. You don't know what their cave was labeled as. You don't know what type of cave that they actually been in. So when they hear the confirmation that they're coming out and that this is the appointed time and it's time for them to get free, they don't know how to act about that. They don't know how to act about that, so they on their way out. So we don't mean to scare our new people. If this your new time here, you have to excuse us. We have real life church, and it gets real churchy on Fridays, baby. It's Friary Friday. Anything can happen over here. Anything can happen. We ain't even walking on the treadmill no more. I'm just standing on it. It's the stage at this point. Oh yeah. It's the pulpit. That's where we at right now. That's just where we at with right now. That's where we at. Hold on. Hey, sit down. Keep going. Come on. Let me walk with y'all. Keep going. I would say sit down, but keep going. Yeah, you have to understand what's happening. You have to understand what's happening right now. She said, hallelujah. Kim, I felt that hallelujah. I felt that one. That was good. That was good. Listen to me. He says, now, he said, Father, I thank you that you heard me. In other words, he didn't gave reverence. He looked towards heaven, he gave reverence, and he says, I thank you. Understand me. I thank you that you heard me. In 42, it says, now I knew that you always hear me. Now I knew that you always hear me. But I said this for the sake of the crowd having stood around. Girl, somebody go get me. Oh my God. I should have put my robe on today. I didn't know you was going to do it like this. Hold on. Candace and Amanda, act right. Y'all know Mark don't play over there on the book of many faces. Hold on a second, Christina. Y'all gotta give me a second. Now, let's go back. He said, Jesus, just let these folk know. He just talked, him and God is having some inside stuff going on right now. In other words, when he telling God, he said, baby, you know this is an inside thing. You know how your mere mortals is. You created these folks. And you know, like I know, that understand me, we got to make it look real good for them because they the type of Thomas's type of folk. They got to see it with their natural eye. So I got to make it so that they see it, so that they understand it. Because if I do it like how you and I know that I can do it, it'll miss them. Then it'll go past them. Understand me? So I got to do it so that they understand that this is what it is. When I say your purpose will put you in some dark places, your purpose will have folk looking at you like you done lost your mind, like you don't know what's going on. So now Jesus say to God, he says, we're doing it for the sake of the crowd. I'm ready to go back on the road. I'm ready to go. Wait. He says, for the sake of the crowd having stood around. Jesus said, I got some monitoring spirits. Hello, somebody. Hey, friend, 2 kings and a queen. Listen, he said, in other words, Jesus is acknowledging the fact to God. He says, now you see I got some monitoring spirits. They came to see how well I was going to do. I got some monitoring spirits. They standing around. They're trying to see what's going to happen out of this situation. I got some monitoring spirits. Understand me? They hear, and they trying to see how this thing go pan out. I got some monitoring spirits right quick. This is what he said. He said the crowd that's been stood around, right? He's acknowledging the fact that you hear as spectators. Understand me? You hear as spectators. That's what you're doing. You're trying to see. He says, so they took away the stone, and Jesus lifted his eyes upward and said, Father, I thank you that you heard me. Now I knew that you always heard me. Understand me? He says, now I know for a fact that you always hear me, but I said this for the sake of the crowd that stood around. Understand me? In order that they may believe that you sent me forth. Understand me? I gotta give it to you this way. I gotta give it to you this way in this order, so that these folks that's standing around, that's monitoring me, that they know that it ain't me, but it's all you. Understand me? All glory, all honor to the Most High God. I don't want them to look at me and think that I'm an idol. I don't want them to look at me to put me on a pedestal. I don't want them to look at me and think that I done it through my own intellect, that I done it through my own strength. When I do it, I'm doing it in a way that you get all the glory, that you get all the honor, that you get all the praise, that you get all the worship. So I have to do it in what? In divine order. I got to do it in order, baby. I got to make sure that they know that it ain't me, but it's the God that is residing in me. It's through your power that I'm able to do such a thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he says, in order that they may believe that you sent me forth. Throw highlighter on that. And in order that they may believe that you sent me forth. That's important to know right there, right? That's important to know right there. And having said these things, he shouted with a loud voice, Lazarus, come outside. Oh. Yeah. I just said, let me drink my water because I want to do it so bad. 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 I do. I want to do it so bad. Hey, look at him. He egging me on. Go on, Krista, now. Yeah, go ahead now. Go ahead. Thank you, Christy. Go ahead. Like, listen, let me tell I want to do it so bad. It's on me so bad to do. Now listen, it says, and having said these things, he shouted with a loud voice. He says, Lazarus, come out. Understand me. And what I want to do so bad is I want you to stand where you are. And I want you to stand where you are in the cave that you are in the hardest time, the difficult time, the space that you're in right now. And I want you to listen for that voice. I want you to listen for that voice calling you out, still calling, and not just calling you out, but calling you by your name. They're saying Crystal, come out, saying Rashad, come out, saying Christina, come out, saying Crystal, come out, saying Cook, come on out of there, Cook. Understand me, saying Amanda, I call you, come out of there. I need you to come out, saying, hey, come here, Candace, I need you to come out, saying, come out, Lily, I need you to come out, friend Chatty, I need you to come out, Rashad, I need you to come out, Rashida, I need you to come out. Tanya, what you waiting on? I need you to come out. Isn't it something different when he said, come out, and he calls you by name? Hey now. Hey, you have to know how, that's different. Hey, come out of that. You ain't got to sit in depression. You can come out of that. You ain't got to sit over there in that grief and that sadness. You can come out of that. You ain't got to sit up there and slowly deteriorate. You can come out, but you got to want to come out. If you want to see the glory of the Lord, then you have to be willing to come out. If you want to come out, you can come out, but you got to be willing. Who's willing? Hey, Tasha, come out of there. Come on out of there, Karina. Come on out of there. You know what I'm saying? Come on out of there. You got to be willing. Come on, Erica. Come on up out of there. Come on, Tifa. You ready to go? Let's get out of there. Come on up out of there, James. James, you want out? Come out, baby. Come on. You want to come out? Come on out. All you got to do is come out. All you got to do is believe that you can come out. Come on, Angela. Lovely, you want out? Come out. Come on, Nikki, with the word. You want out? Come out. Come on, NY, you want out? Come out. All you got to do is be willing. Shay T, if you want to come out, you can come out. I want you to know, ladies should. If you want to come out, you can come out. Ain't nothing keeping you in. I need for you to know that. Ain't nothing keeping you in but your own thoughts. If you want to come out, then you can come out. Because what he said to her, thank you, Rashida. What did he say? He says, didn't I say to you, if you believe, you will see the glory of the Lord. He's the same God today, yesterday, and forevermore. So if he did it and said that to Martha, he's saying the same thing to us right now today. Come out! Come out! You gotta be willing. Come on up out of there. Come on up out of there. Sitting in it means that you've already accepted defeat. Sitting in it means that you've already accepted defeat. That you accepted defeat. That was you. You decided that. Because you can come out. He called on my name. He says, Lazarus, come outside. Hey, Come on, Krista. I appreciate that CA this morning, baby. He says, Lazarus, come outside, boy. Ooh, that works, that works, that works. Yeah, come outside, Lazarus. Understand me. He ain't go in there and lay his hands on him in private. He told him to come outside. Understand me, come outside. Come out the door. Come out the door. He didn't go in there. He needed the folk to see what was happening. He says, Lazarus, come outside. Understand, come outside, Lazarus. I'm not coming up in no cave. Understand me, I'm not rolling up in there. I'm telling you to get up, and I want you to come up out of there. That's what you gonna do. I'm calling you, and you gonna come up out of there. Period. Point blank. That's all I gotta do. I'm not coming up in there. What reason do I have to come up in there? I ain't got no reason to come up in there. You come up out of here. I know. I ain't gotta touch you. My word is that strong. What you say, Coach? I ain't gotta. Yeah, that's who he is. Understand me. He said, I ain't gotta come in and lay my hand on you. The word is that strong. The word that's in my belly is that strong that I ain't even gotta lay my hands on you for you to get up and walk up out of the cave. Understand, remember? I gotta go. It's like 10:20. What are we doing here today? Wait, what are we doing? Understand me. Can I do it? I don't want to do it. Y'all remember the officer? Y'all remember the officer? He said, I got a worker at my house. I got a worker at my house, and he's at my house and he's sick. Understand me. But then Jesus was going to go to his house. I got to go, y'all. I got to go. It's almost 10:30. But Jesus was going to go to his house, and he said, no, I'm not worthy for you to come to my house. I don't need you to come to my house because my house, I'm an unclean man. I don't need you to do that. But your word is so strong. If you speak it, oh God, he says, if you speak it right here where we are, then it'll be done. Ain't that something? Oh, put your wig back on. Put your wig back on, girl. Put your wig back on. You got all your silly braids out. Put your wig back on. We slanging wigs and shoes today. Hold on. Put your wig back on. Put your wig back on. Hold on. Just adjust it a little bit. You ain't even got to make it stay all the way on because there's a 99.8% chance you might snatch it off again. Hold it together. Hold it together. Hold it together. This is what I'm saying to you. Understand me. The officer was talking to him and he says, he's at my house and he's sick. Understand me. I don't want you to come to my house because I'm not worthy of you coming into my house. But he let him know that your word is so strong. Your word is so strong that you can speak it to from where you are. And that I know that it will happen. And it did. Understand me. So you having this not happen once, but this is a second example of it right here with Lazarus. He didn't call Lazarus' name and told Lazarus to come outside. Understand me. He didn't go up in there. He used his word yet again. And if I might, I'm going to borrow something from Mike McClure real quick. Let me grab Michael. Real quick. Michael said, hey, the reason why he had to call him by name because his word was so powerful. His word was so powerful that if he would have just said, come, then everything that was laying in graves, everybody would have got up and everybody would have came up out of there. Understand me? He said he had to call him by name. He had to call him by name because him not calling him by name would have brought everything that was in a cave. It would have brought him up out of the cave because the word was so strong. So he had to speak directly to who he was speaking to. Understand me? Because what everybody would have got up, everybody would have came forth. That's how powerful that word was. So because this ain't a thing for everybody. This right here, this is strictly for Lazarus, right? This is strictly for Lazarus. This ain't got nothing to do with everybody else. This right here, this blessing is strictly for you. This breakthrough is strictly for you. What I'm only calling you. I'm not calling everybody else. This is for you. Lazarus, come outside. Yeah. Come outside. Come outside, Lazarus. And the one having been unalive came outside, having been bound as to the feet and the hands and in grave clothes, and his face had been bound around with a face cloth. Jesus said to them, unbind him and allow him to go. What in the world just happened? And some scriptures it say take them grave clothes off of them. And what I'm reading in it says unbind him. Take that off of him. Loose his hands, loose his feet. Free his face. Take them grave clothes up off of him. Take that hurt, take that shame, take that disappointment. Yeah, take that let down, take that betrayal, take that black sheep title, take that outcast title, take that unclean title, take that up off of them. Loose them and set them free. Get that up off of you. That don't belong on you. I've set you free. I told you to come up out of that. You have to get up out of that. You have to get up out of that. He said, take that off of him. Understand it. Get that up off of him. This is what he said. He says, now the one having been unalive came out, having been bound as his feet and his hand, and in the grave clothes, and his face bound with a cloth. He says, take that off of him, unbind him. What was the end of that? Throw the highlighter on the end of that. And allow him to go. And allow him to go. Don't just unbind them. Allow him to go. Allow him to go. You free from whatever it is that you want to be free from. Ain't got no choice but to let you go. You free from whatever it is that you want to be free from. Ain't got no choice but to let you go. Ain't got no choice. It ain't got no choice but to allow you to go. Because whom the Son set free is free indeed. Ain't got no choice but to allow you to go. It says, unbind him. Allow him to go. Let him go. Understand me. This is the God that we serve. Whom the Son has set free is free indeed. Baby, we are having show enough revival today. We've been out on the front porch all morning. I don't know what y'all think this is. We've been out here on this front porch like this right here. And then the last verse in there says, therefore many of the Jews and the and the ones having come to Mary, therefore many of the Jews and the ones having come to Mary and having seen these things which he did, believed in him. Now the monitoring spirits that had surrounded the place, there was onlookers, the spectators, the ones that came running out of the house when Mary came out the house. Remember, they said when Martha went to the house and told Mary that Jesus was out there, the teacher had come. Remember that there was people in the house, right, that was there consoling Mary. And the moment that she jumped up and ran to the grave, remember what we read, right? When she ran to the grave, they ran behind her, right? They came running behind her. And when they came running behind her, they thought that she was about to go to the grave and that she was going to break down when she got to the grave. So the intention was to follow her over there just in case she needed somebody when she got over to the grave, right? But now these same folk is still standing out there. And instead of them having to console Mary at the gravesite, it's not a consoling, but now it's a celebration, right? It's not a consoling that's happening. It's a celebration that's happening in this moment, because now that Mary then got there, she done been able to do what? Witness the glory of God, just like he had told Martha that was going to happen when he called forth Lazarus from the grave. Understand me, now Mary ain't got no reason to weep. Martha ain't got no reason to mourn. Understand me, because here he go right here. Here he go out here. Here go your brother, the one that was unalive, is now alive and well. And I need you to take off these grave clothes and allow him to go free. That's what he's saying. And I had to do all of this because I had spectators. So I had to do it so that they would know the God is real. Oh, God is real. Therefore, many of the Jews and the ones having come to Mary and having seen these things which he did, highlighter on the end, believed in him. A bunch of folk that was just spectators are now believers. A bunch of folk that just came to see are now believers because they witnessed it with their own eyes. Because they witnessed it with their own eyes. They saw it right there in real time with their own eyes. Understand me, with their own eyes. They was able to lay their eyes on them and see exactly what was happening in that moment themselves. This is why the old folk would tell us, they say what? If you sit around the fire long enough, then you will get burned. Understand me, this is why I say, you ain't got to worry about blocking folk. Understand me, let them watch you. Let them see you still growing and evolving. Let them see you still doing what you're doing and see them that they ain't stopped nothing, they ain't slow up nothing, that they ain't paused nothing. Eventually, they going to be looking at you and knowing everything that you're going through, and they're going to be trying to figure out how you able to do that, how you able to move like that, what's going on. I want some of that. Understand me, all it takes a little time. Even a fire got to warm up. Says sister, say sis, what are we studying? I'm ready for the next sermon. You are a teacher. Thank you, Erica. I appreciate you. I'm in John 11, baby. I'm in John 11. I started at 17. We went from 17 to 45. From 17 to 45. We here every single month, every single Tuesday, from Tuesday to Friday. We right here starting at 8. Bring your 3-ring binder, your dividers, your red ink pen, your black ink pen, and your highlighter. Understand? Oh yeah, we gets busy over here in the Lord. We gets busy over here in the Lord. I need for y'all to know. Let them, you got to let them watch, friend. You got to let them watch. And that right there is, I'm coming out. That's I'm coming out. But I got so much more. We're going to be on I'm coming out next week because I got somebody else that was also a person that came out. I still got some more. I still got some more. It's 10:30. We 31 minutes past our cutoff time. We supposed to be out of here at no later than 10 o'clock. But I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. And the spirit was too high. And we had, man, listen, we had to do it. We had to do it today. But if I blessed your soul, if I lift your spirit, if I motivated you, if I inspired you, if I encouraged your heart in the Lord on the day, and you want to be a blessing, double tap on the screen. Crystal Love has the CA. She has it highlighted on TikTok, and we also have it pinned over there on Facebook. If you want to be a blessing on today on Fiery Friday, then this is your opportunity to go ahead and do so. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for everybody that double tapped on the screen, for everybody that sent love in one way or another. I truly appreciate it all. Thank y'all so much, man. God is so good. I got to sit in this one for a minute. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this. I done had a time over here with y'all this morning. I done had a time over here with y'all this morning. Thank you so much, Kira, for the CA, babes. I appreciate you, sis. I done had a time with y'all this morning, baby. When I say yes, great day. We've been on fire since devotion. We had full-blown praise and worship this morning. We've been on fire since devotion. God is so good. I hope y'all ready at my first stop for Get in the Room Tour 2.0. The restoration tour is going first stop. It's going to be in Philly. That's going to be January the 31st. I'll be in Philly, and then I will be in Atlanta. I'll be in Atlanta in February. So y'all get ready for that. I said, what part of South Carolina? Oh, I'm in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm not too far away from Geechee. I'm not too far away from Charleston. I'm about an hour and a half away from y'all. I'm right here in Columbia, South Carolina, man. And yes, I do bookings. I really and truly do. If you're trying to book me for your women empowerment event, for your church event, you got a conference, got something that's coming up, a backyard barbecue, if you got a retreat, anything like that, just go to the site, and I am there. I go wherever that booking site tell me that I'm supposed to be at, right? I am right there every single time. So if you're looking for a motivational speaker, or you're looking for a female a minister for your conference, whatever it is that you got going on, and you looking for somebody that's going to bring the word, then most definitely go to the site and we can make that happen. Smooth Brown, thank you so much for that, CA. I appreciate you so much. Yes, make sure y'all go on over there and let's get it going. I'm locking in bookings right now for 2026. We already locking it in. We already making sure. Oh yeah, we already got the flyer already ready. I'm waiting to drop it. I'm gonna drop it in December. We already got the flyer made for 2026 for all the stops that's already locked in already. So we ain't playing no games. God is good. He is good. I'm booked and blessed already. I want to just tell you guys, I love you guys. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Of course, it's your favorite online motivational speaker and life coach. It's your girl and evangelist. It's your girl, Street Poet, man. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Y'all be good. Have a beautiful Friday.